I tell you, my talking stage don't last more than one day. I dey bill you for if you talk to me for morning, I dey bill you for evening. If you know fit, you go. There's no time. I don't have time. I'm stressed. Life is stressing me already. Don't come and add to my own. If you talk to me for morning, if you take my number for morning, I bill you for evening. If you know fit, you will just go.
Are you billing because you're hungry?
No, I'm not hungry because I'm beautiful. You saw me with a good wig.
So I should pay you for being beautiful.
Exactly. You should pay me every day for being beautiful. It's not easy to be beautiful. Do you know how much skincare costs? No beautiful girl needs cheap guys. Do you understand? If not 500k, then he's cheap. Like, why are you sending me 100k, 200k? What is that?
But why should I pay you for being... That's, to me, is a ratchet thinking.
For you, it's a ratchet thinking. For me, it's a broke man thinking. For you, for to think that you cannot pay me for being beautiful, that's a broke man's thing. I was with this guy last year and he used me. He had money. He didn't give me. He gave that other girl.
Saida, you are
not
hungry.
Not me. I am not hungry. They are hungry.
Saida, listen.
Do I look hungry to you? Please.
Saida,
I am not hungry.
Saida, listen. You are hungry.
Una fit say men dey scarce. Should I show you my DM? No.
Welcome to the Honest Bunch podcast. Honestly speaking, we are very grateful that every Monday at 6 p.m. you're there. And that's why we pledge to continue to curate great content for your viewing pleasure. You get people who say that they are back. When I say I'm now, Carabao Energy Drink Original. I recommend this for every Arsenal fan in preparation for next season where you will go again and not win anything. Sorry about that. They are back. We appreciate them. Then there's also Reseda. I don't tell you now, if you define quality and affordable housing, now Reseda, slide enter their DM, just type the keyword, Honest Bunch. They go no say that from us you come, and then go give you listening ear and the very best deals. Then there's also a free prize. Buy original items and win fabulous prizes. God no go let you go vacation, follow the enter prison, because he gets some airports now. If you carry fake items, you will go and collect.
You can't scroll down to say no, it was given to me as a gift. Then
the third one, do mommy the jig. Fourth one, do mommy the jig. Osumo Grammy. But for details of that information, may I leave on to my other.
Do mommy the jig. Shout out to Adult Nation Entertainment. Adult Nation Entertainment is one of the sponsors of the Honest Bunch. In fact, for those of you when they say follow the mommy the jig, something magical is coming. And also Adult Nation Entertainment, they're coming out with somebody, maybe a new artist or not a new artist. We're coming. Shout out to Skippy, by the way. You know I love you, bro.
Fingers crossed. Now, let's just delve straight into the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are blessed to be in the midst of very amazing women. So, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful Nigerian woman, Ada Zulezu, www.asankpokoto.com. Ada Itim, incoming by the special grace of God, the first lady. Ladies and gentlemen, her jollof is always jolloffing. Ezinne mama, Ezinne Posh, Ezinne mama.
So I want to practice my incoming wave.
Begin to write your speech now.
Yes.
And begin
because, you know, when we now reach that time, I'm not saying, I didn't prepare a speech, but you will thank everybody.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, like I said, we're in the midst of beautiful women. And from Ezinne Ugoji, aka Ezinne Posh, Ezinne Zini Jalof, to a great man, a strong man, a man of enchanting physiognomy, many degrees and characters. And new Monica, Anunti, stubborn. The man who doesn't hear. Azwanuka, the generator resistant, the man who is always on the trend table,
shock
week
absorber.
in, week out, shock absorber. Ladies and gentlemen, Nedu Azobia. Senior. Yours truly, Ezuguchuku, the husband material. Ezinne, let's leave it at that. Yes, thank you very much. And it is such great honor that we're having this conversation. And I am very, very positive that we're all going to learn at the end of the day. Make I just talk this one now. The talk get plenty adult context inside. We know say now family and some children they watch, but daddy and mommy, if your child or your ward is not 18, please tell them not to this particular one because so many things are going to be said. Now, our first guest is a professional that is in the business of saving lives. Some people not agree, talk, waiting, do them. No, it's a normal thing. Even for inside the Bible, you get person when they expect miracle. If no be say, person speak up for them if I no see that particular miracle. Now, there are people who deal with so many issues that impact their lives, but they don't know how to express it. And so we have professionals who are very, very experienced and who are very, very discreet. She's a sex therapist and somebody who would give you insight to boost wellness and your sex life. Ladies and gentlemen, Olawunmi Esan!
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome. She's also a teacher. She did teach this thing way. Now, our second guest is a good actor and somebody who advocates for the truth and speaks the truth every time. No matter how hard you think it is, no matter how bitter you think it is, chew it like an onion. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only Sarah Idaji Ojone,
AKA Say the Bud. Period.
Ojone.
That's how they pronounce it. No, John. It's Ojone.
Ojone.
Yeah, don't fight. Calm down.
Okay, no problem. And I don't see him now. So today we're going to be having, like I said, adult conversations. But we're going to begin first from a very important context. And this is something that has become very popular in the relationship lingo. And a lot of people use it. And it would appear like sometimes people use it loosely without even the understanding. Or some people use it as a means to an end because it is fashionable to put it in use. We're discussing also adult conversations. So let me just delve straight into the first question. Now, let's talk about talking stage and the concept of talking stage. I think we can just quickly maybe just hear your opinion and anybody else who wants to chip in on what this concept is. Well, to you, what do you understand by talking stage?
Okay, I feel like talking stage is boring when there's no money involved. And as a lady, 24 hours after a man takes your number, you should bill him to know he is capable, or else you're wasting your time. For
you now, talking stage is to press money.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're talking to me because you want to test if you can be my boyfriend. And if I have a boyfriend already, because most girls are not single, they just pretend they are single. If I have a man already, you should give me reasons to leave my man. Do you understand? You should give me reasons why I should give you focus. I should focus on you. If my man is giving me like 3 million, you should be giving me like 10 million. So I know that, okay, my man, I can just keep whining him and move on to you. You understand? Because nobody knows where the husband is coming from. But it has to be money. Money has to be involved full time.
Okay. Wait, you don't talk your own. Olawunmi Esan, let's just hear your understanding of talking stage before we go in.
So, honestly, this is a new definition.
It shocks me too. I fear.
But last, if you check out, that's what it is.
Thank you.
That's what talking stage is.
But let her talk.
But, okay.
I mean, what my opinion of what a talking stage is getting to know each other, but at that point, there's no commitment yet. So we're testing the waters. Do I like you? Do you like me? Do we jive? Right? And that's what I think talking stage is. But apparently, I think there's a new definition that I'm not aware of.
I agree with what she said. But at the end of the day, at what point do we get to and we say, oh yeah, I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of listening to you. Because most guys, they'll be talking to you, talking to her, talking to the other, especially
different girls.
Especially guys that live outside the country.
Yeah.
Talk to her, talk to like 4 girls.
They feel they're all that.
You know, I mean, they keep talking to them. It's talking stage. And a girl, for my gender, or maybe for me, I'm not jobless. If I give you my time, you come in the morning, how are you? Have you eaten? In the afternoon, you call me, where are you going to? I'm going to a jam market. Oh, okay. In the evening, I went to make my hair. Oh, nice. Or, or in the night, you're driving, you're calling me, we are talking, you're telling me what's going on in your life. We are getting to know each other, yes.
Absolutely.
But
at what point?
Even if you decide to deny it, you are investing, you are making me invest my time and my emotions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I feel some sense of responsibility towards you. And now, because I'm always talking to you, I'm getting used to you and I'm beginning to look out for you.
But what's happening is that you haven't defined it. So that's why I feel like people need to define what these things mean to them. So we meet and we start to talk. As an individual, I have the right to say, hey, I want to know where this is going after we've spoken for about 2-3 weeks. Do you understand? I think people should define it.
You mean the
right?
girl or the guy? Who defines it?
The girl has a right to.
But when you
whoever
define it
is.
as a girl, it feels like it feels like you're a testy.
No, I don't think it should be, because you have a right to your time and your resources, and you're a human being. You have the power of choice. So
But
I think you
Nigerian
should be able
guys
to say,
sees it like you're a testy. Asking the guy, so what are we doing? What exactly are we? Like, it feels like you're a testy to me.
that's
I don't
just a mindset, honestly. But I think that people should be able to make the decisions and say, you know what? This is the kind of person I am. I don't like to waste my time. If I think and you think we're on the same page, then let's decide if we want to move further.
On behalf of the guys, the way Ezinne, I want to see this thing as a club.
As a club.
Premier League. You get the point now. Now, Ezinne said you and the guy start talking. The guy go.
He dey in touch. He dey check on you
He dey
consistently.
check on you. And if we're being honest, you are not the only guy she's talking to at that time. There are other talking stages that she possibly, have. I'm of the belief that, except saying our girls will not get time for rubbish, okay, let me give this one time. Some girls will get like 5 talking stages. Now, which is why I come to by saying 12 of them, they correct. What is now the thing that stands you out? You are talking to that guy. The guy will call you in the morning. How are you? Hope you slept well. Hey, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day today. In the afternoon, how's your day going? In the
That's
evening,
caring.
That's caring.
You can tick that box like he's caring.
He's caring. Okay, you are
Caring.
ticking
It's
the
an act
box.
of service.
You understand?
Maybe
He's
even pretending to
investing
be.
his time. He's investing his time. Okay, you don't tick this part. You subconsciously or consciously again, you are waiting for him to take it a step further, because women always like things take step further. Okay, what's next? What's next? So after you don't finish that, okay, he's caring. Hey, is he not going to ask me if I've eaten? You ask me if I've eaten today. I tell you yes. You ask me if I've eaten tomorrow. I tell you yes. Won't you tell me what is your address? Let me send you a platter. You understand? All those things, all those things are other things that the guy is using to cement this one. I like this, your hair. Do you know what? There's even one hair I saw somewhere. Let me just send you a screenshot. I think this will suit you more. Guess what? I've sent it to you. All those things, before you know it happen, she could say, oh. Except we're lying to
People
ourselves.
they send people hair when they want make the person make for talking stage.
Whatever he sends to you, whether it's hair, food, anything, it should be worth at least 500K for a start. No, if it's not, then the guy is cheap, and I don't need a cheap guy in my life. No beautiful girl needs cheap guys. Do you understand? If it's not 500K, then he's cheap. Like, why are you sending me 100K, 200K? What is that?
I cover my cheap face.
Saida.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Please, where did they agree that the list of the thing you must spend in talking stage has to be 500,000? Is it in the Nigerian constitution? Who agreed it?
Nobody has to agree. That's our rule. Like, we are aware of who we are right now. Most times, girls who are like naive, they want it, but they cannot ask the guy. They cannot say it. And they end up asking their friends that, should I ask this guy? Should I be this guy? Do you think it's too early? But as a girl, if you know what you want, tell him. If it's not for you, then he goes. Another guy comes. There are so many guys who are willing to spend money.
Now, are you guys in a WhatsApp group? You see, we have agreed.
We don't have to be in a WhatsApp group. We know.
You see, so why the pegging of 500,000?
It doesn't have to be 500K. It can be 1 million, 2 million. I'm just 500 for a start. For a start, yes,
start.
The
yeah.
minimum is
Now, so
500.
Exactly.
how many talking stage have you been in that you have? Okay, what is the highest talking stage, number of talking stages you have had at a part-time? Maybe you have had 5 part-time. How many talking stages have you had part-time that you think this one is the highest?
Now I tell you, my talking stage don't last more than 1 day. I dey bill you for if you talk to me for morning, I dey bill you for evening. If you know fit, you could go. There's no time. I don't have time. I'm stressed. Life is stressing me already. Don't come and add to my own. If you talk to me for morning, if you take my number for morning, I bill you for evening. If you know fit, you will just go.
Are you billing because you're hungry?
No, I'm not hungry because I'm beautiful. You saw me with a good wig.
So I should
make me
pay
with
you
a
for
good...
being beautiful.
Exactly. You should pay me every day for being beautiful. It's not easy to be beautiful. Do you know how much skincare costs?
So but I'm sorry. But why should I pay you for being beautiful? That's, to me, is a ratchet thinking. Why should I pay you for being beautiful? Your mama, okay, why your mama? I'm sorry.
For you, it's a ratchet thinking. For me, it's a broke man thinking. For you, for to think that you cannot pay me for being beautiful, that's a broke man's thinking.
Okay,
you
now,
a rich man will not even ask.
You know that's what gonna do.
I
want to ask a question. You know, say some guys, some guys will go to any length to get in between your legs.
Yeah.
If they see that it's money that you want, They will spend the money.
If you can spend up to
And
like
they will
20
invest,
million a
and
week, you can
wait.
go through my legs. You can go through anywhere. 20 million, 50 million, that's money.
So
Do you
they
understand?
They can sleep with you if they can spend up to 20 million.
One time wouldn't hurt.
One time of
A
sleeping
week.
with you.
Exactly. One time wouldn't hurt.
Now, I want to ask you this question.
And the guy
again.
will do all the work. All
You
the
just
on
be
top.
lying there.
Exactly. He's gonna do all the work.
Now, this talking stage now, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to speak on behalf of the guys because you guys say una plenty we don't agree this thing. Maybe it's like a silent code where una don't agree. It's okay. Do you get me? Now, the thing is, what of guys will not fit afford 500k?
If you cannot afford 500k, you shouldn't be on my WhatsApp or whatever. That's like
You not deserve your WhatsApp
you don't
number.
deserve, and you don't even deserve my smile. You don't
Why?
deserve my text. Like even full stop, you don't deserve from me because I know what it takes for me
What
to
is
like
the highest you've gotten in a talking stage?
talking stage. Okay, I'll say one time, one man, he's a married man. I regret it so bad because I feel like
Okay.
I always feel pity for married women and everything. So I think he sent me, that was for like a boat cruise. He sent me like 1.2 to pay for myself and my friends. He wasn't even there
Okay.
just to go and have fun.
Okay.
So that's like a tick for me.
Now, and after that one day, did he continue?
He continued. He came to Nigeria and I was on my period and he was comfortable with that.
He slept with you with your.
He did not sleep with me in my
But he
on my
still gave
period.
you money.
Of course. Why would
But I
not
want
give
to
me
ask
money?
you something. I want to say something. Before the guy gave you the 1.2 million, did you know he was married?
I knew he was married.
So why are you saying you regret it? Because you don't. You intentionally got
We are
into it.
humans. We make mistakes sometimes and we regret
You make
it.
mistake when money never.
Money they involve.
Yeah, we regret it. Yeah, we make mistakes and we regret it.
Let me make a mistake when money is involved. Later I will regret it.
But what,
I feel so
what I'm
bad.
hearing is that she's defined what is important to her.
Yes.
And to somebody else, money might not be as important. Maybe knowing how caring you are might be more important, right? And I feel like she's defined what's important to her.
But if we, for example, that's why I asked about the concept of talking stage. Because whether you think this idea means something else to you, it doesn't change what it means. For example, love is love. If you think maybe somebody assaulting you physically is your own love language or your type of love, it doesn't mean that is what love is. Now, is this talking stage? Because if you talking dey there, stage dey there. Now point where una dey talk. And in talking, you get to know the person and know if you can proceed.
Yes.
It's good that she has defined what she wants. But the truth is that really talking
What
stage?
it is?
Or it is just somebody keeping an active pool of maybe men,
Shooters.
Resourceful
potential,
whether men or
potential,
women,
Yeah.
as a means to an end.
Yes.
Like, for example, a man is talking to 15 girls in his own talking stage and hoping that one day, one of these girls will say, let's go on a date night, and it will be late to go back home.
All
She
of
will
the
not come to my
girls.
place.
First of
All
all,
the girls.
first of all, why will you talk to 15 girls? Are you an animal?
So can you talk to 15 men?
Maybe.
Are you an animal?
I'm not an
Are you
animal.
an animal?
I'm a princess.
What type of woo? What type of woo are you? Is it not double standard? If you say the man should not talk to 15 girls, but you can talk to 15.
You know,
because-
a man is a man and a woman is a woman at the end of the day. You know, right?
I don't understand.
Okay.
So
later.
what gives for a man and what doesn't for a woman?
What?
What's the thing that is allowed for a man and is not allowed
You know,
for a
first
woman?
of all, men have like, men are always like, they have options. They have like so many girls. If they talk to you and you don't accept it,
On to
they're
the
like,
next.
on to the next, you understand? But most times, most baddies you see on Instagram everywhere, they're actually loyal girls in real life. They just do
Are they
just
loyal
do
to
it,
the person or loyal to what they are
they
getting
just
from
do
the
it
person?
for the gram, just for like show off their bodies, but it's not like they're loose. Most girls that cover up, now them be the Olosho for real life. If you want to know, go and confirm.
See, please make me on that.
Wait, the body when they wear handkerchief
Yeah.
for Instagram.
Yeah, most of them, they have boyfriends. They have like men they love and they respect. Most even if they're not in a relationship, they have like, they're like decent in some kind of way. If you get to know them in real life, you know that these girls are actually decent. They're not like this.
So why are they keeping up that lifestyle now?
Because
Or
they
who are they
Because
trying
it's
to
what people
impress?
love to see.
Which people?
And it's what it is. It's not even about
Because
what
why
people
do
want
they
to see,
have
it's what
followers?
it is.
Let me give you an example. You see a girl that is modestly dressed, looking okay. You go check her comment section. If she should post picture, you see her comment section. Nobody they talk. Make she show small nipple or small cleavage.
Exactly.
You go see fire,
Exactly.
bomb.
But you know, say,
Wow.
that bomb and fire when those people they show, not be bomb and fire because they adore you. Now bomb and fire because that thing when they fit get
That's
from
what
you.
I'm telling
If
you.
they get them, they don't get them.
Husband material, it has a business side. If she gets win one bomb fire 1,000
Beat them like this, just beat them, go run.
the insights are high.
Exactly.
And people that want her to influence for them will come and give her money and she will influence. That's the business side of it.
Exactly.
So I want to make a case for some people that would go that route for the business side. Not like because they are not. Some of them, you're on their comment section. If you go to their DM, they will not answer you.
Exactly.
But they have insights and they're responding to brands.
Yeah, influencing. Yeah.
So it, Jesus Christ. So where
Calm
are our
down, calm down.
morals
You need
then?
water.
Where are our morals then? Because from what you have said, it means
And justifies.
it means everything justifies, the end justifies the means. And also it's like everybody is an accomplice. The brands are accomplice. The so-called people that are even insulting you are accomplices. And everybody just they deceive everybody. Because you are going to come out and say, oh, look at these girls are half naked on social media. All of them are half naked. And you're working for a brand. And when they say, who can influence this thing? You are going to call that person that you so-called say that they are half naked because they have the numbers that you want to see. And then now you go back, go enter the DM of one of them. They say, how far can we hook up? And you go pay. So why are we all just deceiving ourselves?
It's sad to say, but that's the reality.
Exactly.
Okay, good one. We have started well. There's fire everywhere. We need fire extinguisher. But we also want people to
But
learn.
Chukwudi, before we get fire extinguisher, Saida has said what her talking stage is, and based on what I understand, she summed Saida's own, because I think is it that now everybody's talking stage, because everybody needs to understand what talking stage is. Is it that people are defining talking stage based on their wants and needs, or there's a general meaning of talking stage? Because she defined her talking stage. Her talking stage obviously is money. Do you get me? Her talking stage might be time. This person talking stage might be how caring are you? Do you understand? So, but what is there a general term for talking stage, or should everybody just go with their own definition of what talking stage is to them? That's the question I'm asking.
Talking stage is talking stage. And like she has said, it is when you
Getting to
get
know
to
each
know.
other.
So whether you want to know whether the person has money, or you want to know whether the person is caring, or you want to know whether the person can be there for you, that's different. I was going to say that, there's talking stage.
So choose your talking stage.
No, talking stage now, talking
is
stage.
talking stage.
Talking stage is talking stage. And people
Basically, when you're trying to find out if this person has what you want, if you have similarities, if you are like-minded.
You wanted to say something.
Why is it that it's okay when men ask girls, what do you do? But it's not okay when girls ask men, what do you do? When you ask men, what do you do? They feel like you're a gold digger.
Okay.
But when men ask you, what do you do? They feel like, okay, you want to know if they get into runs or she has an actual job. So why is it okay for men to ask ladies and it's not okay for ladies to ask men, what do you do? I feel like girls should start asking men first. If a man chats you up, what do you do? That should be the first question.
But do you know that men don't really care what you do?
They do.
No, look now. Let me.
A lot of them
don't really
do.
care what you do.
They do.
Let me break it down.
I can say I sell bags, but maybe I sell something
No,
else.
I'm not. Maybe
something that goes with the bags.
Exactly.
Like home delivery of the
Pull up.
bags.
Complimentary.
let me say by what I mean by a lot of men don't really care. Personally, for example, now why I make enough money to take care of you and the family. Do you get me? Now, if I need you to work, it's because for your own. Because your money not your money, except so you want decide to say, okay, let me just chip in. Let me just help with something in the house, or let me buy him a good perfume, or let me buy us a flight ticket. But I don't expect you to take care of us. I'm the one that is going to do taking care of.
I feel like you're talking like a married man. Do you understand? But she's talking like a man who is on the prowl, who is trying to meet a new
A man that is on the prowl, that is one of the reasons how you should know a man that is a manly man.
Okay.
Do you get me? Not be, see, yes, we
They say it's a
understand.
married man, no, they involved.
We
As a family man, that's what I mean.
Okay.
We understand that the economy is bad, and a lot of people are looking for who can share the bill with them in the house, okay? Which is hence the question, what are you bringing to the table? Now, most of the time, personally, what I think, this is just my opinion, what I think a lot of men are asking by what are you bringing to the table is, I'm not telling you bringing to the table money. Because most times, most men say, not even want to make you spend your money. Because that time when woman spend money for you, you're not going to hear the last of that money when they spend for you. What are you bringing to the table? Okay. Psychologically, what are you bringing to the table? Emotionally, what are you bringing to the table? Spiritually, what are you bringing to the table? Are you the kind of person that I'm going to come back home, you go ginger me, tell me, say, oh, I know that the economy is hard. I know that this is hard, but I'm praying for you. God is your strength. God is your muscle. You're going to get it. I know what I saw in you when I married you. I know you're not an ordinary man, or you are not an ordinary man. Go outside and scatter. But whether you like it or not, you can't pay for that ginger with that person they give to you.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And they get some women, then go wake up 1 a.m., 2 a.m. If you check, then they pray for their husband. Now, a man, that is all a man needs. And another thing again is, can you respect me? Now, can you respect me when I'm there? Can you respect me when I'm not there?
You know, so many women are like defensive. It's not like they're not good girls, they're not good women. They're just defensive. Like, okay, I was with this guy last year and he used me. He had money, he didn't give me, he gave that other girl. So am I like a fool? Okay, let me act like this.
What do you do when not give you the money?
That's an example.
What?
Is that an example you just gave or it happened to you?
No, it cannot happen to me. I they be you as they come. It can never happen to me. So the thing is that so many girls are defensive. Like, okay, let this guy, does he want to use me or what? Okay, let me just bill him first. But it doesn't mean they are not good girls. They cannot pray for you at night. They cannot stand up at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. to pray for you. But first of all, show them that you are willing to take care of them, that you are capable of doing that.
But how will I know that you can pray for me at night?
Then do it first. That's why you have to do it first.
When I have to start pressing money.
Why does it have to
from
be the woman?
beginning of relationship.
Exactly.
I call your number.
Show me that you can be there.
Saida, can you date a guy that gives you money, a lot of money? But then he has some very nasty attitude. He cheats.
He beats you.
No. With your money, you go hold him. You go day where you day. I don't care.
But how you go take no saying get this nasty attitude?
If
when
you're not
press. Now press. You always they think first.
No. Look, I'm a Virgo. I'm very smart. You cannot fool me.
Now I know where your problem they come from.
You cannot fool me.
Now they use zodiac.
I am using it because I know. You cannot fool me. Do you understand? If asks for money, it doesn't. Sometimes let me not even use myself. Wait, let me know. What's that? What does that mean?
I'm asking, are you okay?
I'm very okay.
Okay.
So
continue.
let me tell you, if you are okay, let me not use myself. There are some girls, because so many girls are in my DMs telling me that I love this guy, but it's just not me, blah blah. I'm not a therapist, but I will try the little I can to advise you. Do you understand?
You the advice girls?
Yeah.
Get one.
Should I show you a DM? Just yesterday, a girl sent me a message that, okay, you advised me to leave my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Now I have a shop. I am okay. I'm happy. I can show you right now. It's not cap.
So she did not have a shop before. She wasn't happy.
No, because she was focused on him. She was about the guy.
And he wasn't bringing anything.
Exactly. So now she's focused.
No, but some men.
Do you understand? So it's not like she doesn't love him. She still loves him, but she just said to be focused on what I told her. Do you understand?
But
some girls are good girls
for relationship when your life never they okay.
That is the thing. Some girls are good girls, and when they love, they are very attached. So
it not means they make you not fight for your life now.
No, they are naive girls. They're like they are really soft, naive girls. So they're like when you show them shaggy. But when you show them sugar, they will not say, okay, let me just be this person. Let me just be this person that likes money, that is about
Saida,
money. Every bad girl was once a good girl.
Even with that shop that she has,
yeah.
If she focus on another man, she go sell that shop.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
So in your life, never do okay. They focus on relationship or man.
But that's not because she's stupid. It's because she's in love and she's a human.
I feel like people need to define themselves and their sense of self-worth and self-esteem before even going into relationships.
Facts.
I think that a lot of the things that we see today are because people have low self-esteem and a very low sense of self-worth. And they're jumping into relationships and expecting the other person to complete them.
But what do you tell 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, very naive?
You don't have any business in relationship.
They don't know until they are in it. No, they don't know until they are in it. They don't know until they are in it.
Why are you going into it?
They don't know because they are children.
No, she hasn't completed what she was saying.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. And now that you say 17, 18-year-olds, what just comes to mind is that parents have a lot of work to do.
Exactly.
Parents have a lot of work to do. If your 17, 18-year-old is... And in all fairness, I had my first boyfriend at 15.
Come on.
Right? And...
So you didn't wipe from 15?
I was not wiping.
Please don't judge her.
They did talking stage until she matured.
No, but wait. This boyfriend, was it in Nigeria?
Yes. Yes.
15.
Underage. How old was he?
He was, I think he was 18. He was 3 years
When
old.
you come
He
first
just
wipe am.
clicked
Wait
being
now,
an
wait,
adult.
wait.
Why una come wipe?
We did not wipe. We dated for 3 years. We didn't even have sex. But what happened was
But una
this.
press. Continue. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What happened was this, right? When my mom knew that I had a boyfriend, because we're both in secondary, we're both in boarding school.
Okay.
When my mom knew I had a boyfriend, she said to me, she said, I don't want you doing any corner anything. Bring this boy home. And we must see him. So he started to come home. He would sit in the house like this, just to my mom, my siblings, even my grandma. Everybody knew him. And we're not hiding. Right? I used to go to his house. Like my mom said, you can go I knew his parents, his siblings, and all of that. But they had given us this sense of responsibility. There was nothing to hide. I was not looking for someone to complete me, even as young as I was. But I liked him. I liked the boy. He liked me back. And we wanted to date each other. But they had given us this sense of responsibility that we knew that, no, what they've given us is not something a lot of people get, and we cannot misuse it.
Yeah.
So I dated as early as 15. We dated for 3 years, actually. And we never had sex.
Sorry.
So the question
when you
I'm
people are in a room together, what happens?
You rub your body.
the question I want to
please.
now ask you is
What
No,
else?
she hasn't answered.
Am I right?
When we're in a room
said they're
together,
not doing
yeah,
anything.
sometimes we would kiss, but we never had sex.
but now be saying that they press body now.
I didn't say press body, oh.
Even pressing body is not bad now. You can
Wait,
press
which-
body is
which
not
body
bad.
did-
And
Yeah,
again,
don't even press.
Yeah.
wait. Let me say this, right? We were not alone a lot. Do you understand? He would come to my house. He would sit here. So he's going at the end of the day. Yes, we can kiss, and we go, right? But
kiss
we're
him.
not.
Stop it.
Why you acting
But
like
we
you
were
didn't do
not-
it? You did not
we
do
were
it.
not-
You did not do it.
But it wasn't as if we were naive. I was in a secondary school where a senior in my school, at least 2 of them, one of them was pregnant, and we were all in school. We didn't know. I was in a secondary school where someone got pregnant. She tried to abort with a hanger. She died. So it's not as if we did not know.
Hunger.
It's not as if we didn't know all of these things. Do you get? But I feel like there's a lot of work our parents need to do, honestly. Because if people are now in a space where they are looking for something or someone to complete them, and that's why they are making decisions to date at certain points in their lives or at any point in their life, then it's going to be disastrous. It's going to be very, very disastrous. And so when you tell me that she loved the guy, she focused, why? What happened to her own life? So the guy had to go out of the picture for her to be able to focus on herself. It doesn't make any sense.
That's what they call girls who they mumu for love.
So now, how do you know? Before husband material takes the reins and we move to the other part of conversation, how do you now tell girls to, just like Saida said that she advised? I mean, obviously that's not the only girl in her DM.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously other girls in her DM asking for advice and all those things. Now the question is, what do you tell these girls to be able to find who they are before they get into a relationship? Because if you not know yourself, it's like garbage in garbage bag. If you not get love,
Yes, for yourself.
how can you?
Yeah.
I want to give an example, so that you can have a robust this thing of how to answer. Part of the reason, the thing I say is, imagine emotion as a car. You are in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
That steering is who you are, is your emotions, is your love, is your self-worth, is everything that you are. So it is in your hands. You control it. Now, if another person wants to enter into your life that is the car, that person, whether the person did there or the person not did there, you're still controlling your emotions.
Yes.
You still have your everything
Exactly. You
intact.
don't hand over the
You don't
reins
hand
to
it
them.
over. Because when you carry that steering, hand over to another person, not be the person get that, the person could drive him anyhow.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're
So
right.
how do you robust? How do you push it more for them to understand?
Yeah, so a lot of work has to start at home, right? Where parents are teaching their children how to build their self-esteem. So what you find is that a lot of things that happen as children are growing up is what's it called? Academic form of education, but there's no form of emotional intelligence, building all of those things. And that's where, because we don't necessarily have it in the curriculum, right? This is where parents come in. How do you start to build your children's self-esteem even from a very young age? How do you start to let them know that they are enough? How do you start to teach them ways, to simulate exercises where you can simulate things with your children, and they are coming back to say, Mommy, this happened to me in school today, and this is how I dealt with it. You are empowering them, right? not just academically, but also emotionally, mentally, and psychologically. Because I feel like, the family is the smallest unit of society. If we have to get it right at that point, if not, what is happening today is just a tip of the iceberg of what we see. And another thing that I always say is, look, when you say you want to date or marry somebody, you have to ask yourself, why? If you're saying, I want to marry or date this person because I want someone to cook for me, you don't need a wife.
You need a
You need a
chef.
cook. So if you're saying, I want to date or marry this person because I want him to finance me, what you need is an investor.
Or
a
microfinance.
financier. Exactly.
Lapo.
Not necessarily a boyfriend or a husband.
Got
Do you get what I mean? So same thing applies. We need to ask ourselves these questions. Why am I doing this? Why am I expending this much time and energy? Why do I want to be with this person? Is it for the right reasons?
Which is in addition to that, because this one just came to my mind, somebody said this thing sometime, and one guru like that, and it made a lot of sense. Now, just like she said, what is the reason why, if you cannot, and I've said it before, if you cannot be okay emotionally, if you cannot be okay spiritually, if you cannot be okay psychologically, and that's the reason why you get into a relationship, if you cannot be okay financially, then don't get into that relationship. You should be able to be okay alone, because the truth is, if you're getting into that relationship because of money, now person where they give you the money go give you waiting it won't give you. Not be waiting you necessarily want make it give you. And because they give you that thing where you they yearn for, where you need, it they control you. That person, if they kill you, they beat you, they do everything because you need that thing where that person they give you, you not go. A lot of ladies are not in relationship because of money. Some of them are in relationship because it's status. I like who I am when I'm with this person.
True. Yeah.
You understand? I like who I am when I'm with this person. I like the fact that they call me this person's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they call me this celebrity's girlfriend.
Because in Nigeria, they see single girls as Olosho most times.
So it gives me that status. If I enter, they say, don't you know me? I am so celebrity's girlfriend. They stay there and take all the shit that they take. Oh, what are you saying? I'm in this relation with my brother. If they beats me, but when he hammer me, my leg they
Or they'll say it's better to cry in a
Lamborghini
than to
than a
cry in a
bicycle.
keke marwa. So you get me? And just like she said, it's people that also don't know their self-worth that suffer those things.
Interesting. One very important point that you made, and we said adult conversations, and so people who are under 18 should not view.
It's time to go to bed now,
Parents,
please.
very important. Una suppose say the first teacher of the pikin, that kind of thing where we say if you go learn outside, you understand? Now you go create a scheme of work or syllabus, make the pikin learn from you. So it shouldn't be something that your child should be afraid of having a conversation with you. See them as a blank slate. Yeah. They do not know these things because they don't have that experience. So you can initiate it. I know for a lot of Nigerian fathers, having that conversation, a lot of Nigerian fathers don't even want to think about it. Because you know yourself. You know the kind of things when you do. So sometimes you're going to think, but it's important that you start out early, have this conversation so that they know and they are open to asking questions.
Yeah.
Make it not come be saying that when it don't happen, you're going to say, had I known? Before we now,
Enter part 2.
Yes, enter part 2 and discuss it in total.
Say that go like this one.
And discuss it in
Or
total.
from Shy.
Let's still talk about, talking stages and expectations. Now, we have said it is the period where you get to know
Each
the
other.
person.
Each other.
So whether it is you want to know the person, whether the person can press money or the person can
Or the person can press you in bed.
the person can press you in bed. You have expectations.
Yeah.
Now, there's this tweet making the rounds.
I have it here.
Exactly. Please do us the honor.
A particular guy said, Tyler the Creation is his name. He tweeted that I was talking to one babe last year, to be precise. I kid you not. I asked to see the hair she made. This babe told me, you didn't even give me money for the hair, so why will I show you? Dog, I weak. I cried.
Why did he cry?
Now, there's a chat, right?
No, let's even talk about this one first.
First of all, that babe is not well informed. Like, she didn't even say it well. She said it like in a very ras way. when a guy asks you for a picture of your hair, you'd be like, oh, okay, you send him a picture first. Would you like to pay for it?
But if you are in the talking stage with that person, and maybe you mentioned that, oh, I'll be going to the salon later today to make my hair.
Yeah.
And the person asks because they are a nice person. And they want to know that each time you spent at the salon, you have created something beautiful. Why are you asking me for?
If she even told him initially that I'm going to the salon, she should have paid for it before she made the hair. That's not even an excuse.
Inside talking stage.
Yes! That's why it's talking stage. Because if you're my boyfriend, you pay me like, you give me the money like a week before the hair safe, or maybe 3 days before the hair. That's why it's talking stage. That's why it's like not too intense.
No, but I think that was like a harmless question.
No.
Because one, he didn't know you were going to make your hair. If you wanted to make your hair and you wrote him to say, see, I want to make my hair, I don't have
need money.
You don't beg.
Yes,
As a baby
I
girl,
was
you don't
going to-
beg a guy for money. That's like thirsty. Like I said, you don't beg.
As a baby girl.
You act like you have, even if you don't even have shishi, you act like you have it already. Like if he doesn't give you still can make the hair.
Hunger will kill you.
No. Girls do it and they cash out. Girls, they do
How?
10K
Because
in
if
their
people-
account and that's like big girls.
How? Make us understand.
No.
How? You are hungry. Saida, you are
Not
hungry.
me. I am not hungry. They are hungry.
Saida, listen.
Do I look hungry to you? Please, I
Saida,
am not
listen.
hungry.
Saida, listen. You are hungry.
They are hungry.
I know. I'm just giving an example.
No. Say they.
Okay.
Thank you.
They are hungry.
Yeah.
And then you're pretending that you have. I'm not being winch. How I go take no say you not get? If you don't show
It
me,
depends on the way you say it. And
how
don't
do you
act too
say
thirsty.
it? How do you do it?
First of all, okay, you want like what do you mean after making the hair or before making the hair?
Before
making
and
the hair.
after.
Okay, you're in a talking stage together. Okay,
Yeah.
hi, what's up? All right, I'm going to the salon. You should ask. Okay, what do you want to do? I want to make this style.
I'm gonna chat
Okay,
phone.
how much is you? See, you should not even ask you. You should send the money. 100K will not be too.
Should you? Is he the one that is going to ask you? Okay, for example, now let's play it out. You are the girl. I'm the guy, innit? So chat me up.
chat you up?
Yeah, chat
Like,
me up
say
now.
what
Like,
you
just-
like in the
just-
Okay,
chat.
hello, what's up?
I'm
No, I
good.
can't even say hello. A guy should text me first. Please start.
The
Ah,
fuck?
now they say,
You go there.
No.
You go there.
Please start. Let's do it. Start.
Ha! If they expect me to chat you up, I will not. I'm
Ah.
too busy for
Sorry,
that.
guys, do it.
Okay. Let me pretend that I do it.
Okay.
Hi, what's up, mommy? How you doing?
Hello, what's good?
I'm good. How's your day coming?
I'm doing okay. I'm going to the salon to make my hair.
Oh, that's good. Make sure the hair is fine.
I block you. You're not going to block you. What do you make sure the hair is fine?
That's all.
With my money, I should make sure the hair is fine with my money.
You're going to the salon. Okay, you're going to the salon. Let's try again. You're going to the salon.
Okay, yes.
Okay, which salon are you going to?
Okay, one close by.
Oh, okay. Okay, you want to go and make your hair, I suppose?
Yes.
All right. So how much is the hair?
It's not too pricey. Let's say like if it's frontal, if I'm fixing my frontal, let's say
How
40K,
much is the hair? Just go-
40K for frontal, 50K to install the frontal.
How much is everything?
Everything, including
Yes.
the wig.
Everything.
Okay, let's say 650.
All right. Send me your account number. And
Period.
Hold on. We're not
No,
done.
it's finished already.
We're
It's
not
finished.
done. We're not done.
That girl
My-
will talk to you forever.
Exactly. And guys, do it. Okay, send me your account number. Now you send me your account number.
Okay.
And I send you the 700K, not 650.
Okay.
I send you 700K. Go look beautiful for me,
Okay.
innit? And then you done the wet already for me. That's been your thief.
No. She
You
not feel
won't know
wet.
she-
She only appreciate your sense.
If I send you that 750K, you'll come with your sister.
That's a
you'll
lie.
come with your mother.
That's for girls. That's for girls who live in
Let me
Mushi.
tell you what I will do.
Excuse me, Nedu.
Saida,
That's for girls who stay in Mushi or Ikorodu.
Let me tell you what I will now do. Me as Chinedu, let me tell you what I will do.
Yeah.
Chat me up again.
Hello.
Hi. Okay,
Hi.
so I'm the one that should chat
Yeah.
you up. Saida, how now?
I'm good.
How you doing? How's your day going?
Very okay.
So what
I'm going to make my hair in the
you're
salon.
going to make your hair?
Mhm.
Okay, no problem. When you're done, let me know.
What do you mean when you're done? Let me know.
Can-
Which money? Which money?
I
want you to
didn't
make
think
the hair?
of with this money. I didn't think of
Think
making
of?
the hair. You thought of making the hair. So you that thought of making the hair, you should take care of your hair because if I didn't boss you now, you wouldn't tell me to.
Let's be
to make your
realistic.
hair.
Most girls will not block you immediately. They will just be irritated, but they will still chat with you.
Kill your
So it's
papa.
only your
Knock
sense.
your papa. You
know-
die. Die.
No, that's
So
that's broke vibe. We don't need broke vibe.
Sorry, can I ask?
We don't need broke vibe.
I'm sorry.
Saida, you are
Broke
hungry.
boys argue a lot. What's that? Rich men just okay. What's up?
Answer
Take
her.
the
Can
money,
I ask?
please.
What
Broke boy
if
Your
my
vibe.
mic.
hair is 650 and then he
Your mic.
sends? Oh, sorry. What if the hair is 650 and he sends?
300K.
Yes, half of
That's
it or
understandable. That
something?
means he's reasonable. That means he's willing to do more in the future.
Oh,
You understand? Even if 300 is nothing, it's chicken change.
Okay.
It's like he's willing to do more in the future.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel I'm sorry. I'm going to say this with all sense of responsibility. Saida, you go old. And you are going to be single.
If I wanted to get married, I would have gotten married like 5 years ago. Trust me, 4 years ago. Men are not scarce.
Men that pay you like
30
this.
men are not scarce.
That give you this kind
Trust
of
me, when
money.
you get married, they are like 4 different people. Do you understand it? It's not about getting married. It's about being happy. That's why I respect women who divorce when they're not happy in their marriage. Do you understand? I respect women who divorce. I'm always happy when a woman divorces her husband because she's not happy in her marriage, because she knows who she is. It's not about marriage. Marriage is nothing.
So you don't want to get married?
Maybe it depends if I find the person. If I don't find the person, I stay single.
But how will you find the person when before you even get to talk to the person, I know the person, now press.
You guys feel men, you know, like, wait, Mark, if you say men, they're scarce, should I show you my DM?
No, please, dear.
They are not scarce.
No, but those men.
Men are
In fact, go
very
see my
cheap.
papa there.
Exactly. Now you have said that. Now you have said, wait, before you go there, Ezinne, you used, there's an adjective. You said thirsty men.
Yeah.
So will you get married to a thirsty man? So you are looking for
I
high
will not
value
get married.
that would add value to you.
That is talking stage. You guys not say marriage or relationship or anything. That's talking stage.
No be from talking stage, you go lead to another thing.
There's a long way to it. There's 2 years. There's 1 year. You get to know the person. If you don't want to dump him.
Wait, you talking stage for 2 years?
No. That's what.
No, the relationship
it
itself
will
now before
evolve.
marriage.
Okay,
Thank you.
What's your duration for talking stage?
Talking stage should not be less than or more than genuinely 1 month.
So after that,
But you said
month,
1 day before when I
No.
asked
If you
talking
spend
stage.
money, it can be up to 1 month. If you don't spend, it's 1 day.
So after that 1 day, and the person has convinced you, you say 20 million or 50 million. The person has spent that amount.
No, what I say is that if my boyfriend gives me like 5 million a month, you should give me more than that. You cannot give me what my man is giving me. Expect me to stay with you. That's not possible.
So you'll be willing to leave your man
You more.
Yes, if it's not rich enough.
for a richer person. But
And
you
so
know
that your boyfriend, you're obviously not just with him because he's giving you money.
Yeah.
He's giving you money. You're comfortable with what you're getting
Yeah.
at this time.
That's one.
And there are other
things?
qualities that he's giving to
Exactly.
you. So you forsake all those qualities
Yeah.
because there's a higher bidder.
I can play both. I don't have to drop one to pick one. I can play the both.
want to create a scenario.
I think it's typhoid that is doing you.
Maybe malaria and fever join self.
Said I want to create a scenario, right?
Okay.
Money is a visitor. Ego when you're in my place. That's what they say. And they don't get anybody where they thought say this money. Now your birthright, you go get until the day you die.
Yeah.
So imagine you have that relationship. He's spending on you, really.
Yeah.
He's doing everything that you want, and you're the baby girl. And one day life happens and he loses everything. Are
She
you
will
going
leave.
to leave?
I will not leave here because he used to spend on me. I know that he's capable of taking care of me.
What if the money
That's what
doesn't
I'm
come
saying.
again?
The money is gone. It's never coming
We
back.
can
Are you-
sort ourselves out. But as long as before, when we first start, you they give me money. I know that you care about me, genuinely care about me, and you can spend on me, you can take care of me. So it doesn't matter if money goes later. It doesn't matter.
Okay, if he goes there, that you're willing to stay.
To stay,
broke
no,
with him.
not broke. Stay and plan something else to become rich again. Because we have to be rich
I
again.
like this girl. She just tells you money has to be in everything.
Exactly.
That's who she is.
Nobody likes
But
being
is
broke.
this
Scary.
It's not realistic.
It is for me.
Which word?
You know,
do
when I
live
talk
in?
sometimes, people be like,
It's not if I call TikTok, this is real life.
okay,
This is not TikTok live.
I'm not a TikToker.
I want to show you guys another thing. Please, let me show you guys something.
With this hair, who
There's
pay for this
chat.
hair?
Sorry. I want to show you
Who
guys
pay
something.
for this hair?
What do you mean?
I want to show you guys something. There's this chat, another chat. A guy and a girl. They're
Okay.
chatting.
I think your own is Delulu.
And
No, it's not.
and
You're delusional.
the guy is feeling the girl. And he sends the girl a message and says of a girl and a guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's holding her ass and she's just
Taking a mirror selfie.
of
Okay.
both of them. And he sends it to her and says, "You and I soon."
Okay.
And the girl replies, "Wow, are you serious?" And he says, "Of course." And she says, "But she's holding an iPhone. Come and buy iPhone for me now." The guy can say, "No vex, I no do again."
That girl is really ghetto because why would you say it like that? Even if you want an iPhone, you don't say it like that.
So
How
how
do you
should
say?
she-
You just play along, then later you bring up the topic again.
In
That's
the
what they do.
evening.
They need to know how to play it. Yes, or the next day.
He sends it
See,
in the
the thing is
morning.
that you need to know how to play these games, not just direct like jaga jaga, because that's what makes men feel like you are hungry at this. You play it slowly, like, okay, oh fine. Then in the evening, later you bring it up again.
Saida, I'm
That's how it
I'm
goes.
gonna ask you something because I like the fact that you're very real with yourself and you say it the way it is without mincing words. Do you think that most girls like money, they just pretend not to?
Yes.
Everybody likes
Because they like money and they still want relationship. So they don't want to use money to chase the guy away. Do you understand? That's what they do. Like they just try to balance the two. Okay, if I ask him for money, maybe he might go, but who cares?
But what happened to women having their own money?
No, see, the fact that you like money doesn't mean you're broke. I can have all the money in the world, but trust me, it tastes better when it's your man's money.
Oh.
All right.
The truth is, you see, I agree. When a woman has money, she always wants, if she has $5 million in her account, she wants a man that has $7 or $8 million, not a man that has less. She always wants a man that has more. Now, another thing I want to say is, you see, most of these women, Saida is not going to be in this. I'm painting a picture. Would you ever be this person? A man, you see a man, he's everything you want in a man. Except say money not day like that. But you know,
the kind of money where you want.
the kind of money where you want, it not day like that. But this man, he's a high value man, he's a wholesome man, he's everything. But do you know that a high value man will not press you money the way you expect make it press you money?
Not all, some will.
No high value man will do that.
Some will, trust me. I have met and I know. Some will.
Do you know who a high value man is?
Yeah. If that
Who's
man
a high-value
if that
man?
man had come like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have said, okay, maybe I was still naive. I would have said, okay, let's manage. The money will come later. But right now, it's a no for
A high
me.
value man is not a Yahoo boy, yo.
Sorry, I'm coming. You
How you
said
define for so maybe I'm not
No, no,
understanding.
no.
you said 4 or 5 years ago, maybe you would have,
Yeah.
but now, what happened?
Every girl
What
was
changed?
naive when she was like 18,
Okay.
17,
Now one guy
19. Now everybody I don't tear reach
Don't
back.
break me.
Because even if you say I don't even say I don't want tear, men go make your eye tear. Because some girls are like understanding, they're understanding girlfriend, but that man will see you like a stupid person.
Has that
Like a person.
happened to you?
Do you understand? Because me,
Yeah, has that happened to you at any point?
80% of girls will tell you that yes.
Okay.
Once in it. Because some girls, it happens to them like 2 times, 3 times. But if you are smart, it will happen just once. And you
Okay.
will get sense that once.
You know that
Okay.
some men take girls on trips and their wives don't even have an international passport.
That's
that's a
but that's
possibility.
bad.
That's a very real possibility.
And it's unfair.
It's happening live.
Do you were you hard because from this answer that you gave her, it answers the question that maybe Saida changing 4 years ago was because she was hurt by a man.
It's not even, when I say hurt, I don't mean that. Let me tell you, no guy has ever broken my heart. No guy has ever broken up with me since I started dating.
But so what
Yeah,
changed?
that's always been me, because you know why? Because if I still say, you don't, they do one kind
They're not break up
thing.
with you, not mean say you're not gonna leave them.
Yeah, I left them. That's what I'm saying.
So that was what he did. Because I'm you know why I'm saying this thing is
Yeah.
because you kept, this is the 3rd or the 4th time that you're saying that you're referring to the fact that that maybe that I side out 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
The first
that 4
time.
years ago, the first time, what was that switch that flipped? What was that thing that
You know,
flipped?
I cannot use myself as an example because
No, but it's you, innit?
Yeah, can you listen? Because it wasn't really intense for me. But I've heard stories from my friends, other people. Because me, I don't let it get bad before I act.
Okay.
Do you understand? I just feel these guys, I'll just break up with you. I don't even care if you meant it, not mean, I don't care. Do you understand? But I've heard story from my friends, how they'll give a man their all, they will not bill him, they'll not do anything. The guy will still break up, he will still follow Gary, say the guy will bill him how much? Just a week they meet. And you, that's also beautiful. Because of say you know bill him, he will not take you seriously.
All this money where you did bill guys, what have you done with it for your life? What
A lot.
value have you used that money to do? What would you say I have built with the money I've collected from these guys over the years?
You value like somebody who has not built anything for
No, I'm just
myself.
asking. No, it's just an innocent question, innit?
I think you should find out yourself. I shouldn't say that here.
She
Okay.
doesn't want to blow her trumpet.
Okay.
Baba, if
Okay.
people say this guy get 10 houses
Yeah,
for
she
Lekki
know that
phase
they
one.
fear people
Okay.
like this.
Like two for banana island, but I
You
don't
say
want to.
your
they
father
fear
collect.
Okay. Nice. The good thing be say, make everybody
Increase the gear.
make everybody day happy.
Last.
Yeah.
You understand? So let's now move to a very more
Before we move, please, if your children were stubborn and they want to stay and they didn't want to leave, this is where you really flog them to leave.
Go
Continue.
to
them
bed,
to leave.
guys. Go to bed.
so you watch and then maybe explain with
them
PG.
later.
Explain to them with PG. You understand? So that they will know. Because even children of nowadays, you don't say that time, also say, okay, a car is parked in a garage.
Sorry, they no pass you. They no pass
Now
you
the
now.
children go ask you, say, But how? How is that possible? How is it possible? Now you go. So please watch with wisdom.
Can I say something just based off of what you said? The children of nowadays have gone far.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter was telling me about when she was in year 4. She's now in year 5. She was telling me about a girl in her class that was gisting her, telling her that she watched Japanese anime. You know, Japanese anime,
Yes.
sexual cartoons.
the
They're
porn.
very, very sexual.
Yes.
And then she would come and say, their breasts were so big and stuff. So my daughter was saying, because we have those conversations, and my daughter was telling me about that. And I'm like, what?
Yes.
Year 4.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
Crazy.
Now by
You
year
see,
4,
you-
by year 4, are you saying university?
No, primary 4.
Year 4
Yeah,
now.
primary 4.
You know, say
Primary 4.
What?
Move on.
you
These
know,
are
say
8, 7, 9 years
yes.
old.
7,
say, you know, say
8-year-olds.
you get 1 cent to be film. Rest is so with one lady. Then they knack for that film. I did smart that I don't know whether I don't use that.
They're not born you where to look screen
Wait
now.
now, my mama, my papa,
No, they form sleep.
they go work. I come back from school early. My mother they do lesson, and that film my papa buy am. So they watch am when nobody there around. Nigerian film now, then they protect me. So I see the thing for DVD. I watch them. For nights, I lie down for ground. They sleep or maybe pretending to sleep. My mama and papa, when you don't they reach that side, we sent to be done the day under the sheets with the lady. I can't close my eyes. Now my papa call me. Ezinne, make sure she's asleep. My mother said no, she's asleep. Film where I don't watch this 2 o'clock.
I say that growing up. So
maybe at that time, maybe the thing go come the light go come go. Your mother fit come dey ask him, Papa say, what in the happen? You're using the cause. No, after this one,
so to kickstart this conversation, we're going to begin first with why it is important to have such conversations, because
Sex.
it would appear like when people talk about sex,
Yeah.
it is a taboo. See me want to talk about them, I say adult conversations. We don't look for term when go make them look like say this thing. But the truth is, this is something that if you have no idea about it, it can ruin a person's life.
Yeah.
In situations, it has even created problems because people did not know.
Yeah.
And what you know, you can maybe learn new stuff, try to improve on what you already know, and have open and frank and honest conversations so that you would, satisfy your partner or satisfy each other. So let's begin first with, thank God you're a professional, you're an expert, and you've also had the experience with your daughter. How do you think parents or adults should approach these conversations? Because we have people
kids.
kids who do not live with their parents.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
best do you think they should approach this conversation?
Okay. So I think that when we say sex educate your child, people think in their mind, what they're thinking is we're saying talk to your child about intercourse. That's not necessarily where it starts from, because sex educating your child has to be very age appropriate depending on the age of the child. So it should, as a matter of fact, start from as early as identifying body parts. Do you understand? So when you tell a child, this is your hand, this is your hair, this is your this, and then you get down and say, this is your cookie, or
Your
this is your
pee-pee.
thing. We're already sending a message subconsciously that there's something wrong with that part of you, right? And so it starts from even naming the body parts correctly, so that they understand that your sexuality is a part of your humanness. It's not something that is dirty. And that's what has happened to a lot of people. We've gone through life with very fear-based education about sex. So you ask your parents what is sex, they shut up your mouth. So what nonsense, they'll report you to everybody and all of that. And then you grow with that fear. If you touch a boy, you get pregnant. If you touch a girl, blah, 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 your life is spoiled and everything. And then people get married and we expect them to start liking sex. When all their lives we've told them
Not to talk about it.
Exactly. That there's something wrong with it. So what we're trying to do is help these children, first of all, understand that this is an integral part of your humanness. Your sexuality is not dirty, is not bad. So even naming your body parts, let's call it what it is. It's a vagina, it's a vulva, it's a penis, right? And then as you go, you start to talk to them about boundaries, right? What are the private parts? Where should they touch you? Where shouldn't you allow anybody touch you? And because it goes both ways, where shouldn't you touch other people as well? And so I do things like this, and I do simulations with my kids. And then I say, can I touch your chest? And then my son says, no, but you can shake my hand instead, right? Because I've taught him that. And then we do those, and sometimes I just catch him off guard and say, can I kiss you on your mouth? And he goes, no, but you can shake my hand instead. Because we've done all of those things. We've taught them all of those things, right? When we are watching TV in my house and a scene comes up where the couple are kissing, maybe not intense, passionate kiss, but kiss between husband and wife on the way out. I don't change it. I say, what do you think they are doing? And they're like, oh, they are kissing. I'm like, and we start to have conversations around that. Oh, this is something that happens between mommies and daddies, because that's what is appropriate for their age at the time. This is something that happens between mommies and daddies and blah, blah, blah. And they start to understand, and we use that as a teachable moment. This is not something you do with your classmates. This is not something you allow people to do to you. And they start to understand. So when things like that start to happen, they are free to have conversations with you. It's easy for them to... So it was easy for my daughter to come back and tell me what that person said to her in our class. Do you understand? For instance, my daughter is in year 5, primary 5, and they've taught them when they were in primary 4 about sex. And we had those conversations, right? I'm not going to tell you that sex is dirty. I'm going to tell you sex is good. It's something that comes with a lot of responsibility, and it's something that should happen with adults. And I say as Christians, because that's our value, we believe it should happen in marriage. So I'm not telling you that adults don't have sex. I'm telling you that they do, but I'm telling you that because we have values, our Christian value says have it in the context of marriage. So all of these conversations, but the point is it has to be age appropriate. It's not that you carry a 2-year-old, 3-year-old and say, hey, do you know that when mommy and daddy go under the cover? No, it's not appropriate. So it has to be age appropriate. And as you grow and you grow with them in those conversations, it then becomes like a culture.
Yeah.
Not just one-time conversations. That is not. It's not a conversation. It's not sit down. Let's talk about the birds and the bees. Let's talk about. Do you understand? It becomes a culture because everything then becomes like a teachable moment for you and your kids. So sometimes my son will come to me and say, "Mommy, can I touch your bum bum?" I'm like, "No, but you can shake my hand instead." But we have all of those conversations. So it's not that we're saying talk to your children about intercourse right away. Whatever you are telling your children has to be age appropriate. And you have to the point is to help them understand that their sexuality is positive, it is good, it's an integral part of their humanness, and it's not something to be ashamed of. And then as they grow, you start to adapt that education in line with their age in a way that's age appropriate.
If it can, before he continues, do you advise like parents to maybe they want to kiss their kids? Oh, bye, mwah, kiss on the lips. Do you advise it?
Okay, so it's not that I don't or I do, right? But usually I would tend to, for me, I err on the side of caution. So if I'm telling you that other people should not kiss you, I would rather not kiss you as well. So I'm setting that example and that precedent for you. But some parents do it and then they say, oh, only mommy can kiss you, only daddy can kiss you. You understand, right? But I would rather err on the side of caution. So I'm not doing this to you so that you understand, and so nobody should do it to you as well, right? And so even when I lean in for a kiss, you say, no, you can shake my hand instead. So I usually would say, just practice what you preach because it's easier for them to just toe that same line. But again, some parents do that and then they are able to say, okay, this is only something that can happen, and make that differentiation. But usually I just err on the side of caution. And we do peck on the cheek.
Which you think is better?
I think from my experience, I feel like it's better to err on the side of caution. And let's do peck on the cheek. So I can peck you on the cheek, but nobody should kiss you on your lips.
Even though they are very cute and you can't resist kissing them?
I don't know that I can't resist kissing a child on their lips.
I have a younger sister and she's so cute. So I kiss her on her lips. She kisses me too, so I don't know.
Okay. But I totally understand and I kind of agree with you. Because I mean, if you're trying to teach them this way, you have to also be an example.
You set an example because it's what they see.
Because it's what they see that they do. Because kids are like sponge.
Absolutely.
They just take it in, and somebody might be, because they take their parent as they know it all. Whatever their parents do is perfect.
Yeah.
So they can now go to school, and then their friend will want to kiss them on the lip. They think it's normal because if their parents can do it for them, then which means a normal thing to do.
There's this post I saw on Instagram, and the woman, she was cooking, and her son came into the kitchen, a young boy, he should be in secondary school, and tapped her ass or something and just held her in some kind of way, and she posted it on Instagram. And you know that when you bring things to Instagram,
they will judge you.
The court of public opinion. We are going to be there for you, right? Me, I'm always on the comment section reading. So people were like, no, why do I feel like this thing is weird? This video is weird. This, and some others are saying, all these people saying this, people are not loved at home. What do you think?
Well, the tapping on the ass, I don't feel that is appropriate.
It's not.
For a child to
It's not.
do to the mother or to do to even anybody at all, right? If it's a bit awkward.
But some girls like it, innit?
When you're an
picking
adult,
No, some girls as an adult.
yes, when you're an
as
adult, of course,
not a
definitely.
child, not a child,
No,
not a
as an
child.
adult, oh, definitely spank that ass. But you
Why
know,
you like it?
What? You're a bad
It's in your
girl.
eyes. You like it.
thought I
You
was
ain't never
alone.
say spank that ass. I'm like, yo,
See, I thought that was a look.
Okay.
yeah,
Go on.
it doesn't seem appropriate, right? Because when you teach kids private areas, it's not just the genitals, the butt too, you understand, the chest, and then you are making that place accessible enough for your son to spank your butt. It's a bit awkward. I don't think so. Even if he learned it from his dad, I think that they should have used that as a teachable moment to say, okay, we do this because we are husband and wife, but I don't think it's not appropriate for you to do that to your mom. Do you understand?
True. I agree with you, and I also think that, like you have said, it's important that you name and say exactly what it is. Like, for example, you should be clear when you speak to your children that this is my wife. Now, my wife be this, your mother, but my wife.
Yeah.
So that they know that there are boundaries also. I mean, a child, for the father, it might have become something that happens
Everywhere, any place,
unconsciously.
yeah.
Once he see him, pa. Once he see him, pa. Once he see him, pa.
Do you
So the
see?
pikin don't see him 3 times. Don't he say now?
This
And
is
if you do
something-
him, the mama they always love him because she go turn then go hug. So he see him as normal.
Yeah.
So it's important that you teach them. And like you have rightly said, you are very, very clear. There is no that place is a holy ground. Don't
Remove
touch it.
your shoe.
Don't touch it. If you touch it, your hand will burn. The day when the pikin try and walk, when he hand no burn,
Go
he go try am with
continue.
everybody. But I was going to ask you, Saida, you said, when you find the baby irresistible, or sorry, you find the child irresistible.
yeah.
Very cute.
And you gave the example of your younger sister. Do you think that, it might send a wrong signal? I mean, I say this with all sense of respect for your position. So, for example, if your younger sister says, okay, this is my big sister, Saida, and it's okay, we do this. It's a way of showing affection. And then she sees somebody else. Maybe she's in boarding school or she has a friend who is older and she sees the person as her big sister. Don't you think she might say, if it is convenient for me to do this with my biological sister, then it is not wrong with me doing this?
It's not like we do it every time. When she was like, let's say 6 downwards, we used to kiss on the lips, like, mwah, mwah, not like intense. Do you understand? So now I think she's like 10. I think 10 or 9, 10. And we just do it once in a while. But most times, she'll like peck me because we're like very close and she's matured-minded. So even though I don't even
At
tell
10?
her, yes, she's very matured-minded. She thinks like me.
What till you don't teach that pikin?
No, it's not about, I don't mean the 18 above. I mean
I know, but mature-minded. For example, if you see a 10-year-old child and you say, this child is mature-minded. Now if you say the child the kind is where
because she
don't
tells
learn.
me things about like her class, because I think we're like, she's closer to me than my mom.
Okay.
She tells me like, in my class, this girl, she's, because sometimes I drop her in school or my brother drops her in school. She'll be like, because they dropped me today, all my classmates went to talk to me and everything. So and I know it's fake. So she knows things like that. So I'm sure she can capture everything. Do you understand? So she's not like, even when we see movies together, maybe they mistakenly show one kissing, she moves her face. Do you understand? So she's like that
10-year-old
mature-minded.
don't know
And
fake love.
she tells me things, yes.
Wow.
And do you know why? I don't have much friends. I don't even have friends. So I talk to her a lot. Not about everything, but about some things. So she's like, she's there. She knows what life's all about at her age. And that's very good. Because if I was her when I was my age, trust me,
Nobody will mess with you.
do you understand? So yeah.
Nobody for fit break your heart.
They say she
No
said they
man has
break her
ever
heart.
broken my heart. Please, you guys should get that. And you can't, even if you try.
You see, they are pan.
Oh, she they talk the thing like when Lionel Messi win World Cup. Nice one, Saida, nice. We have started well. The parents now know how to approach their children and explain to them. God bless you.
Even me, self, don't learn from this
Yes.
one.
Now let's talk about
everybody
you.
learns.
Let's talk about you, daddy and mommy, uncle and auntie, brother and sister, boy or girl in relationship or marriage. Me I sit down well because this topic they hot. Now, sex is very important and it's an essential ingredient. For somebody like me, where we say, my parents don't they married for over 40 years. They don't resemble themselves for my eye. And I know aside from maybe living together for a long time and doing a lot of stuff, they have been through it or they have seen it all or been through it all. And it don't come be like say, but over the years, it would appear like people's understanding of sex has changed. Or let me know. May I just go straight? People's understanding or perception of sex, did it change, or has sex as an act evolved?
Okay. All right. So I think that a lot of the things that have happened is people are evolving, right? I don't think it changed. A lot of the things that happen today, right, have happened
In the Roman Empire.
exactly, orgies and all of those things, right? And but the thing is that I think people are being more outspoken about what they're doing now. People are being more outspoken about their experiences now, right? And it doesn't mean that anything has changed. It just means that people are now more outspoken about whether anonymously or not anonymously. And social media has basically been that platform. Whereas where there was no social media back in the days, and what happened in Vegas could stay in Vegas. Now with social media, what happens in Vegas
He's on Instagram.
is everywhere for everybody to see. And so there's a lot more awareness now, basically.
Interesting. So
I want to ask one question as we're going straight into the topic of sex. I know he has questions. Maybe this question I want to ask might be going to the middle of where he's coming from. I'm sorry if I am.
it's okay, my
You
leader.
can flip us
It's
back.
okay. It's okay, my leader.
There's a lot of things to talk about sex. Now, one of the questions I want to ask is me and him, they get this conversation once in a while. He will tell me that, Baba, bekus not bekus. Why will I sleep with this person, have sex with this person, have sex? Is the same hole. Is it really the same hole?
Okay. All right. Let me just say this very succinctly. Some people take care of their holes
Kuntus.
better
Mhm.
than some people, right? So at the risk of going to
No, but go
psychological-
there.
Okay.
This is,
all right.
I mean,
So if this is inside the vagina now, right? There's a band of muscles that is around they're called pelvic floor muscles. I like to call them rubber band muscles, right? Now, if those pelvic floor muscles are well toned, when a penis goes inside, everybody's happy, everybody's feeling everything.
Hallelujah.
Do you understand? Yeah, it's well toned, right? If it's too tight, right? If the pelvic floor muscles are tense, it will be difficult for this to happen and to be painful. But if those pelvic floor muscles are not well toned, what will happen is this. Exactly. Right?
Spinality.
And there's not a lot of pleasure here. So you find that women who who take care of the pelvic floor muscles, sexual health, their vaginas and all of that tend to have a different feel when the penis goes inside than women who don't.
Okay.
So
Thank God.
there's premium pussy and then there's, well,
So how do we now? Which means based on this, I've always wanted to ask this question, and thank you for breaking it down. You're the first person that's ever answered it. Now, the
Calm down.
premium,
Yes,
the premium kuntus. Now that premium muscle. Now
pelvic floor muscle.
floor muscle. Now, which means some girls that you enter. And is it that they don't take care of their muscle, or they just leave it like that, or is it like a natural thing?
Yeah, some people don't know, right? Some people don't even have an idea that there is something like that you can actually do to, improve the state of your vagina. Some people have no idea.
So please, what can you do?
So, for instance, pelvic floor exercises are very good, right? So, what's it called?
Kegels.
Kegel exercises are really good. Other exercises that, factor in your core when you're exercising, that factor in that pelvic area is also very good for pelvic floor toning. Do you understand? And of course, things like, so I'm not a doctor. I never recommend anything because as a psychologist, I'm not licensed to recommend anything for anybody. But another thing that really helps is, what's it called? Collagen, right? Now, this is aside the pelvic floor muscles. We all have collagen in our body, in our skin. That's what maintains the elasticity. So as you get older, your skin loses collagen and then it starts to sag and wrinkle and all of that. There's also collagen in your vagina, right? And so if your vagina starts to lose collagen, that can be a factor too. So things like taking vitamin C can help to boost collagen levels in that area as well, right? And even hydrating, things as simple as hydrating properly can even help with vaginal wetness because aside pelvic
You drink
floor,
water.
yes, hydrating properly too.
Okra
can help.
water.
People say all
Nah, you
sorts
only
of
drink water.
things.
See two of them. See two of them. Jesus. Go on.
And there's that. And then you also have to understand that experience of the penis even going inside and what have you, it's different when a woman is really wet and it feels good. When a woman is not wet, not just for the man, even for the woman. If a woman is not wet, it doesn't really feel good for her. It doesn't feel good for the man as well.
Okay.
But when she's wet as well, there's that. So all of these things combined together can really help. And of course, the state of your mind is something you definitely can't take off the table. But in terms of the vagina itself.
So that you're saying that wall now, because that's what I'm sure a lot of ladies need to understand. Because some women now want their kuntus now to be good for their men.
Yes.
Now, and maybe it's not that good for you, sister. Now, what are they going to do so that they can start doing to make their kuntus do as if it was dry bone rise again?
So that's some of the things I said. Pelvic floor muscle, pelvic floor exercise.
By taking
the
water.
Kegels, drinking water, hydrating properly. And please, again, I don't want anybody to quote me when I say take vitamin C, but again, things that boost collagen production
Don't use
in your
vitamin C
body.
to make a bow because some people now go on.
Don't insert
Exactly,
it.
things that boost collagen production in your body. So that can really help. Then we have a different level, which is like master level. But this is when women then start to like take their vaginas, like, how do I put it? You start to do specific kinds of exercises so that it's not just when it goes inside, it feels good. Now, when it goes inside, you can play with it like a flute. But that's a whole different level. So let's not
Please
even
go on. No, please, you need to win. See, the thing is, the Honest Bunch is for people to learn. People come and learn.
Yeah.
And they better their life.
Absolutely.
So this one is sex.
Absolutely.
We need to talk about it. Marriages are going to get better off of this episode. So we need to get them to be better.
Yeah. So all the things I said definitely have to happen. But
This next level is what I really need to know.
This next level, it takes a lot of focus, exercise. Just the way you are building your muscles, going to the gym every day. Like you can do that for your vagina, right? So there are things that we call like Benoit balls or Kegel balls, but they are weighted balls. I call them dumbbells for the vagina, right? And what happens
The
is...
vagina, we're carrying dumbbells.
Yes. I call them dumbbells for the vagina, but they are balls actually that you insert into the vagina, right? And you're exercising your muscles, right? So that the balls stay there. So look at this. If this bottle is empty, right? And I'm doing like this, I may see results because of what I'm doing, but it will take time.
Yes.
But if this bottle is full of water and then you're giving my muscles more resistance to work with.
Yes.
That's the difference between doing maybe just regular Kegels and doing something, this exercise that I'm talking about with like weighted balls, Benoit balls, weighted Kegel balls, or what I like to call dumbbells for the vagina, right?
Okay.
So it gives those muscles more resistance to work with, and you tend to see results faster. And you also tend to gain control of different parts of your vagina, right? And then when the penis then goes inside, you can start to
you can now be
exactly. You can milk it. You can start to milk it. Do you understand when it goes inside? So it's not like this now. It's now like you understand?
Okay.
You are milking it.
Now, there are two questions I want to ask. You said when the collagen, when there's less collagen on the body generally,
yes,
it sags.
Yes.
Now, there are some kuntus that look like a nya. And there are some kuntus that
the exterior.
the exterior.
Okay.
The exterior
done,
is
guys.
clean.
Okay.
There are some it's just like
Okay.
What's the why?
Yeah, so
Different body types,
So
I guess.
mean, the vulvas can look different from woman.
Okay, now how do they call vulva?
Yes,
Okay,
the outer part.
vulva.
It can look different from woman to woman,
Okay,
right?
and that's not a problem.
It's not a problem at all.
That's why I'm
at
asking.
all.
I need people to know, understand that it's not a problem.
It can look different from women. So some women have longer looking clitoris on the outside. Some is shorter. Some the labia, that's the lips of the vagina, of the vulva rather, can be wider, thinner, bigger, or smaller. So we all look different basically, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Now we've talked for the women. We're still going to come back to the women. Two things for the women now. Now for the man, if you enter a bus, a Molue bus, and say, this water, once you drink this water, you will
Yes.
last 3 hours. Every man will go for
You
it.
don't even need to enter the bus.
Yeah.
You don't?
Just hold the bottle. There's a way you shake it. Somebody just come to you and say, bros, I won't see you. And the next question is, this thing they work? If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So it's what does it? Because I know the one that some people have said about exercise and the
Yes.
kind of exercise. So what are the things that a man should do? Because these days, a lot of our men are dying and having different kidney
Yeah.
diseases because of what they take
Yeah, what-
to satisfy a woman. So what are the natural things that a man can do that will make the man last better? And then after that one, we'll come back. What are the
women.
things that satisfy women
Okay.
in
I get
sex?
it. Yeah. Okay.
But who sent them, Nedu?
So what's the exercise? Then the next question is for you, Saida. But
I'm
that
not a
first one.
sex therapist, too. I don't know anything about sex.
No,
Virgin.
there's part the one that you answer will come. So what are the things that
Men can do.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I always say this: heart health is genital health. Anything that is good for your heart is good for your genitals, right? And so exercise, your diet, all of those things, moving. A lot of people live sedentary lives where we're sitting down a lot, and that doesn't help. So if you're eating right, more fruits, more vegetables, exercise, you're moving, it definitely helps. The difference is night and day. Honestly, you don't even have to start looking for concussions up and down. Just doing that, just taking care of your diet, exercise, lifestyle, moving more. It's very, very helpful, basically. And it's as simple as that.
Now, Saida, I'm going to come back to you now. We're talking about sex. What is there a federal government approved time for a man to last on a woman? Because I don't understand. Some will tell you that. Shaping that where you day sex that day, what they talk. How long should sex last?
Yeah.
Some will tell you at least
If I love the man, somebody said if I love him, maybe
2 hours.
2 hours.
Correct.
Of penetration.
Of penetration or the
foreplay.
entire
I think everything.
Everything, okay.
How long
Personally, I feel like 10 minutes is okay.
for
That's
sex?
for penetration, right? Like when it's
Penetration.
inside.
Yeah,
penis and
yeah.
vagina.
I think 10 minutes
Okay.
is okay. You don't have to do too much. When you have money, you don't have to do too much. It's just like comes. You can just come immediately. But 10 minutes is okay.
For a poor man.
No, it can never be a poor man. It has to be a rich man. But 10 minutes is okay.
For a poor man, uncle.
Time.
Poor men, there's a bit shift wombo. That's why you have to take caution. You tell the man, say, this is what you want to do, no past 10 minutes. So for the people that allow poor people, but for girls who know 10 minutes is okay, you don't need to do that.
For you. So which means is it like the whole thing for you to suck your bobby?
Nah, I think
for
penetration, 10 minutes, 7 minutes. I don't know.
is it that you don't like sex?
It's not about the time. It's about how you felt at that moment. Do you know? It's not about how long. It's sometimes when it's long, it's boring. It's just scattering your whole system, scattering your womb and everything.
Coming during sex.
Yeah.
Does it have to do with your body or just your kuntus?
It depends on the mindset. It depends on what you think, what you're thinking at that moment, how you feel about the person. It just depends on that for me.
When was the last time you came?
That's personal.
No, I'm just asking. Is it recent?
No, that's personal.
No,
you need to pay money to know that.
For your cum.
Nedu.
Swallow your
My
cum.
cum is expensive. Don't play.
Swallow your cum.
It's expensive.
Now, back to you. How long should sex last?
I think that this is very individual, and I usually wouldn't put time to it because you find that a lot of people are performing rather than enjoying pleasure, right? Because we're saying, this is how long it must last. But you're forgetting that you're no longer in your body, embodying the experience, immersing yourself in the experience. You are here thinking. And this is why some men experience erectile dysfunction, because you are continuously in your head thinking, how long should it last? How long should it last,
Yeah.
right? But what I say is this, it depends on the couple, right? So she said 10 minutes is fine. And that's beautiful for her, right? Do you know that a lot of women may not even necessarily come from penetration? A lot of women will come from playing with the clitoris, right? And a lot of couples, what they do, well, maybe not a lot, but something that couples do is, if that's how the woman comes for the most part, they first settle the woman first. So with all the foreplay, kissing, playing, they play with her clitoris, and then she comes. And then next, the man goes in and does his thing. If you ask a woman like that, whose sole satisfaction is from outer stimulation, she's not bothered about how long he's staying during penetration. Do you get what I'm saying? Because she's gotten her own before. But if you're talking to a woman who enjoys penetration, it can be anywhere from 15 minutes to 1 hour. You can never tell, right? There are even some women who enjoy what we call A-spot penetration, which is really deep penetration, right? They want really go in deep, put my legs on your shoulder, go in very deep. And that's what they want. So they want to really enjoy that, right? I've had people who say, yes, the whole clitoris is nice, I enjoy it. But you see that penetration, I want it to happen. So for me, it depends on who you're talking to. And it depends on what
you call it the A-spot, your mic. Is it A-spot? How many kind of penetration is there?
So that's like deep penetration.
That's A-spot.
Right? Deep penetration, right? So it's deep penetration that usually would achieve that kind of stimulation, right? So you have the clitoral stimulation, then penis in vagina, so that's vaginal stimulation. You know, all sorts of things like that. There's G-spot stimulation, which is not too far inside, right? But when it comes to women who enjoy deeper penetration, who feel pleasure when penetration is much deeper, I mean,
is it a general thing because I hear a lot of people say women who enjoy deeper penetration say they don't wipe where the thing don't be like a borehole.
No.
What is the
No. It's just anatomy. It's just what works because it's very different for a lot of women.
Some people just come deep like that.
They like deep penetration and that's what works for them. Do you know that as a matter of fact, I've met people who, if the man has not sucked the toes,
fetish,
she's not going to enjoy it.
That's weird.
So if the man has not sucked the toes, the woman is not enjoying the sex yet. So you see, it's very different. Some women enjoy nipple stimulation. They'll go crazy. Just combine nipple and clitoris together. Ooh.
There's no male guest here. I could have asked the male guest if we had a male guest.
Okay.
I want to ask you this.
Why not ask Chukudi?
No, I want to ask you.
Okay.
You are the more experienced man.
I want to ask you, what can you do? You know, I've seen somewhere that some guys say, we just pretend that when you suck our nipples, that we feel anyhow. And
that thing is trash to me as far as I'm concerned. It's just wasting of your time.
I don't understand. Come again.
Like
for the men?
Yes, some men. I've seen it somewhere. Anything. Some guys.
I've never, ever in my life, it has never been anything to me. It gets on, it irritates me. Like irritates the shit out of me. You come and want to suck my ear. What the fuck are you doing? Like you're putting your fucking spit in my ear. No, there's no sensation.
And the back is normal. Inside is dirty.
So that's the thing. It can be different for you, and for another man, it's a hit.
Turn on, yeah.
Do you get? So you say nipple does nothing for you. I know there are men that is it for them. Do you get? They really enjoy that.
Or maybe he has not met somebody that really
not
like
necessarily.
It.
Not necessarily.
I don't need to meet. I'm okay where I am.
Not necessarily.
I don't need it.
So if you know that there are women that don't even enjoy nipple stimulation. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So I think that, like you said, different strokes.
Strokes, yeah.
But it would mean that people even need to have an understanding of their
bodies, and then
so that you can explore and know what you like.
But how do you understand your body? Is it by touching yourself? Because that's how some girls explore.
Okay, so there's
interesting
understanding your
That's
body,
a good
and then there's
question.
understanding your partner's body. Now you have people who say, "I'm not comfortable touching myself or exploring myself," and that's okay. If you have a partner, it's something you can do together. You know, explore each other and find what works. But some people are okay with self-exploration, and that's also fine, right? There's nothing wrong with getting to know your body to see what feels good for you. Some people see it negatively because of maybe faith, religion, or is that not masturbation?
Yeah.
Again, what is the motive? Is it about me knowing how I want to feel?
Yeah.
Do you understand? And knowing how pleasure feels like for me. And so if that's something people are comfortable with, by all means. But I always say this, if you're not comfortable with something, there's no point. There's no point feeling guilty afterwards. So if you're someone who feels, I'm not comfortable exploring my own body, have your partner do it for you. And make that a sexual exploration exercise.
What if your partner
together.
is judgmental? You're a bad girl, you're a spoilt girl. What
Where
did they
did you
do?
learn this thing?
Yeah, where did you learn this? What did they do?
Then they show them where they learned it. So they come to.
So it shouldn't that be?
But you know that even speaks to a bigger problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that.
Yes.
That's being judgmental.
Yes.
Or being
No
hypocritical.
trust, exactly.
Yeah. And I was going to say, how best do you think people can work on themselves to get to that point where they can freely express themselves and have these conversations? Because the truth is, why are you investing in something you call integral or very important, and you're not getting the satisfaction or the value for what you want? So how do you think that partners can get to the point where, they can have these honest conversations, number one? Then number two, they can expect anything. Because the truth is, we are 5 people seated here.
Yeah.
There are certain things we would hear and we will all shout, yay! There's somebody who, mentioned that her partner enjoys
Licking her when she's on her period.
Ew.
going down when she's on her period.
Okay.
You know what I mean? From Saida's reaction and maybe a lot of other people's reaction, it's something that they find very, very weird.
Disturbing.
I don't want to even say disturbing. They find it very strange because there are some people who say, okay, somebody even, she also mentioned that her armpits too.
They little lick her
The
armpit.
person likes to lick the armpits also.
She likes to lick armpit.
She likes to lick
She likes
the
to lick the
armpits
armpit.
also.
She likes to lick the armpit.
So first, how do you think people can walk to the point where they can have these honest conversations? Because if we are in a relationship and I need you to do what you're supposed to do so that I can, enjoy myself, and you need me to do what I can do so that you can enjoy yourself, we should be open and
do you
honest.
give clues to it, or you just openly say it? I like you to finger my nyash. How do you say it?
I do think that, again, remember the conversations we had earlier about how a lot of people are not comfortable talking about sex because it's very taboo, the society we are. And that's how a lot of people have grown up as well, right? It's not comfortable. So people are having sex. So they are engaging in sex, but they're not engaging with sex. So they're not having conversations
they're
about
engaging
it in
in
sex, but
but
not
not
with
with.
sex. So they're not having conversations about it because we're not taught to talk about these things. But that's where we need to start from, right? How can we start to? And I'm not saying go from not talking about sex to what Nedu said about finger my ass, right? It's okay to take baby steps, right? From where you are, what is the next comfortable thing that both of you can do together, right? So even if it's just reviewing the game tapes, like, hey, how was that for you when we finished? Maybe starting from there is okay. So you don't have to go from 0 to 100. You can go from 0 to 1 to 2, and then gradually start to build on
You
that.
know,
It's not a
do the report.
not a report, but
Feedback.
Feedback
is
gradually
important.
having those conversations and feeling more comfortable. So as you feel more comfortable, you can dip your toe. You've dipped a toe. Next time you can dip the whole foot inside, right? Not inside the peku. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Take it easy. Not go just meet person one day, just tell them, say, can you tie me? Can you tie me? Are you a sacrificial?
Are you mad?
Can you tie me? Or you just person just do something. Person will just me. You just tell the person, beat me. Beat me.
Before I have 3 questions that I've written down. You see, that time. Can I say that time? Can I say
BDSM. It's called
that one?
BDSM.
That one. You know the story where I want to talk.
I don't know the story.
So it don't get one time. It didn't happen to me.
Are you sure? I got you.
So one of my friend.
I got
So
you.
my friend who them,
My friend Udeme. So he wanted it. The girl wanted to. They both of them have been discussing wiping. You get me? So that one Contalanto say that one the girl na nudist.
okay.
She, public nudist.
she know they like wear clothes.
She know they like wear clothes. So they come, agree to wipe. So the girl come tell my guy, say whether the guy get rope for house. My guy begin wonder, say, rope, what are we doing with rope? So when the girl come, and the girl come tell Anto, say the wipe with the one wife, she they like me, then they tie am. So in come, they ask the girl, say, tying, what's the problem? So nothing, na just her kinky. I've been out there, they call him
A kink.
a kink be that. So now they begin wipe. So the guy can't tie him with tie. Can't tie him. So the guy can't wipe him from back, from the story. Can't wipe him from back. As they wipe him from back, he tie him with her hand they back like
Okay,
prisoner. The guy can't say make he choke him.
Ha.
So My guy can't stand like this, can't bend like. Well, you see that mistakenly can't carry eye, can't look mirror. I see.
God is able to Rambo. Serial killer.
As if they wipe like, as if they go like that, ka. Now if my shingle just go via. I'm saying, what am I doing? What is this? So now so the thing, now there the thing end. Now the question what I want to ask, a lot of women like different kind of things done to them during sex.
Yes.
One go say, you don't get one time. I know call him. My guy, would they palo for that our VI? Would they palo? So this particular guy come from Aja. She come from Aja. So one of our guy, he know the follow stay for that place. I saw him come. Some of my guys, some of them when they watch this message, they go know what to talk about. Guy come. So for night we sit down I sleep for this chair. You know who sleep for the night. I don't know where you go. So in the morning, no, for night now they hear spank me. Harder. So my guy spank. In the morning, we don't know what happen. In the morning, they pal all of the G's. The guy just come carry beds, begin to flog the guy. Ta. I know we say what happen now. Oh, because pray what happen. Hey Jesus, my mouth. Say what happen. Say tell us make it spank me. The guy slipper spank me. The guy is saying they use a hand. The hand got the pillar. The guy is on the harder. Now he carry slippers. They went up harder. So the guy say the thing pain, but she not fit talk that time because the thing is sweeter. Yeah. So now the revenge. Now he come the flog up in the morning. What are the things that? Because those things are what. Because some girls will tell you that when they do where then they sometimes when they remember they make their body body go they shake. Okay. Some like me then they choke them. Some girls naturally. Saida likes choking.
What do you mean?
You mentioned it earlier.
I never did.
Okay, what do you like?
Role play.
Police and thief.
I like choking, but in a smooth way.
Do you understand?
It's a very easy way.
You understand? Now, there are marriages that the sex has nosedived. Mm-hmm. What is the advice that you're going to give to them? How do they revive their sex life? Reignite that fire. Because if mistakenly, one young gym boy catch that woman, the way we go take Tom person mother upside down, she go begin to think of the boy.
Before the gym
but
boy
the fact that you gym doesn't mean you have power. Most of them are just empty vessels. Just go to the gym, like they have muscles, but they cannot do anything.
Wait, we are going to get to this particular. Let me hold this one now with my left hand. But let's talk about this one. Yeah. How can this fire be reignited? I see the whole your own for you.
I mean, just like Nedu was saying, people like different things, right? And if people are in a relationship where they cannot talk about what they want or they don't feel heard, it can be a big problem. It can be a big problem, right? Why can't I say I want to be spanked? I want you to back me up against the wall and take me against the wall like that.
Me like
Why do we have to always have it in the bedroom? Do you understand? I feel that people should be able to have these conversations to say, okay, this is what can we put it on the table? What do you want? How can we make this better for each other? What are you craving? You know, some women want to be rough-handled, not in the way of domestic violence, but in a way that you know that something has come out of you that you're sweating. Some women want that. Some women want that. And some women just want it slow, gentle, turn off, dim the lights, put on
candles.
The AC, candles, play some music,
yes.
Put me on the
Red
bed,
wine.
and all of that. So if you are with the put me on the bed, slow, very sensual kind of woman, and you are doing aggressive, you've missed it. Because it's not a one size fits all for everybody. So you have to know, right? And some men are just the other. Some men too are very. I want to touch you, do this, and then you have some women that say, no, don't do all of those things. We're wasting time. Let's get
straight
down
to business.
to it.
Me poko.
Chuk me preach.
Exactly, because some people like that.
But what of? Sorry. What of when the man does not find her attractive anymore? So what are the things that she does to get him to find her attractive again? And also when the man, because the truth is, you can't be with somebody you're not sexually attracted to. You're just wasting your time. You're putting no go raise.
Yeah.
So what do you advise when they are not sexually attracted
If they were
to each
ever
other
sexually
again?
attracted to each other, what changed? But if they used to be, what changed? And that's what we want to find out. So you find that because sex doesn't exist in isolation, especially in the context of marriage, there's a lot that happens in the relationship that also affects what happens in the bedroom.
True.
What is going on? What has changed? You have some people who say he's not as caring as he used to be. He doesn't connect with me outside of the bedroom, but he just comes and then he wants sex. How? And it doesn't mean that woman might not want the sex.
Yeah.
But because the things that put her in that mind space have not happened, she's not likely going to, give in to
So you need to
it. Do
you need to
understand?
warm her up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How do you do that?
So again, it's good that you say this because I usually would tell people, look, most times there's what I call cold, warm, and hot, right? When you are cold, the farthest thing from your mind is sex. When you are hot, you want sex. So most times couples are expecting each other or the partner to go from cold to hot. It's not possible. It's not that it's not possible. For some people, it is to move very fast. A lot of men would very easily
Switch.
be spontaneous. Do you understand? Sexually spontaneous. But you see, for someone who does not move that way, you have to understand what puts this, how can I make this person warm so that it's easier for this person to be hot, right? And if what matters to her is you showing physical affection or calling to check in on her, how you doing, or complimenting her, you look great today. You will not compliment her. She'll go to office, someone will be saying, you look hot. And then the
You are
husband
looking take
that
away.
she left at home saw her and just passed. It means something. It's not because she's basing her validation on her husband, but because it's important to also be validated by the partner that you're with,
Yeah.
right? So it can be off-putting if other people are complimenting you, but the person that you are with is not complimenting you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if those things matter to her, then that's how he can start to keep her warm, right? So we will not just jump from not even connecting to, I want my wife to be sending me messages, to be sending me revealing photos, to be sending me
Semi-nudes.
nudes and stuff like that, right? We're not just going to get there all of a sudden. What does this person also want? How can you start to cater to this person in a way that she starts to get warm as well? So that by the time you guys then meet at the end of the day, both of you are already mentally prepared for what's to come. So not that you didn't even connect, you didn't even do anything, none of the things that appeal to her, and then you are already hot and then you're saying, baby, how far?
So the thing is, you have to learn, you have to understand. If I understand you, you have to understand what that person wants.
Absolutely.
How was it the first time you guys started?
Yes.
And then you go put all those things
What has
together.
changed?
You can do them small, the ease your way back
You
to that
start
person.
Absolutely.
Now,
I want to ask you a question before you run along. It was something you said earlier about this person might want like that slow vibe, candle lights and all that. And some others like it really rough
Yes.
and,
Yes.
For somebody that likes the preparation, the whole preparation of coming home, taking a shower, nice perfume, bed is laid, white sheets,
Yeah.
blue lights,
Yeah.
Red
and
petals.
wine, you know,
Yes,
that kind of honeymoon vibe.
Yeah, the whole 9
And
yards.
and maybe she falls in love, or she sees herself falling in love with somebody that likes spontaneous.
Sweaty.
Let's just
Yeah.
start giving me a head from the car, and then when we come down from the car, we are going straight into the kitchen or on the stairs. It could just happen there. And
very
we are
spontaneous,
good, you know.
quickies and stuff like
How
that.
do they find like a
Common
level
ground.
A
playing
balance.
a balance? Because they love each other, but this is how I actually want it, and this is how my partner enjoys it. How do they come?
So first of all, acknowledging each other's wants and desires and validating that to say, I see you, I know that this is what you want. How can we start to make it happen? That's one thing that is very important. You and I might not necessarily be the same, but can we coexist in a way that makes both of us happy, right? And even as an individual, if that is your predominant style, it doesn't mean that you might not want other things at certain times. Do you understand? Right? So it's just like this is my favorite food, but it doesn't mean you can't eat you can't crave other things. So there is room for that, right? There is room for what you want and what the other person wants as well. So you can compromise, but see each other, acknowledge your desires, and start to put steps to be able to do that and meet each other's needs. Do you understand? And even you as a person, you don't have to wait for the other person to turn on the lights, put on you can create that setting yourself.
Set the mood.
You can set it up, right? And bring that person into that ambience because that's what works for you. So we don't always have to wait for the other. It's nice when the other person does it. Very, very nice. But we don't always have to wait for the other person to
Is
do
the
it
economy
too.
even helping?
No, but even with the economy,
Because I dey imagine, man Kechi go off light, do blue lights, husband go enter.
first, then they even be like band C.
Band C?
When you say that, they get live up to 2 hours in 2 weeks.
Then the man go enter with don't tire from Alaba. Enter. The man go just say, my daddy.
That's when they think of how
That's when they think-
Obi go balance the
Obi go
books.
say, "Bala, be I can la charge again." You go online. Oh, man, go over online. Okay, every time this is what you're thinking about. Come on. So,
Even the petals, the man say, "Go you get both here. Clean up this place."
who clean up this dirty? Now, you know we're talking about when marriage don't tire, when marriage don't tire people. Now, do you think that is what leads to people doing? Do you suggest role play? Or the man will play police
And thief.
the woman will play thief,
Or the man will play kidnapper.
Or the man
will
will
play IG of police.
Or doctor and nurse.
or doctor and nurse, or the
Real
man
estate agent.
will,
And who they find house.
or the man will play a hotel guest. The woman will
I
play
like
person who can
strangers.
serve food. So which one do you like doing?
Strangers. Like you meet in somewhere, like you pick each other up, like you don't
How
know each
many
other.
you did one?
Why not?
I think I like the sound of that.
So now, but isn't that you people pretending to yourself?
No, it's just enjoying what you like. It's just engaging in a fantasy that you're playing out together.
So which one do you think people should engage in that?
If they want to. I don't.
If it makes them feel alive, then they should. Because then I think marriage is gonna be boring if you don't try all those things.
I feel like if they want to, it's fine. And if they don't,
I want to now ask one question before the next one that I need to get. You mentioned something earlier, and I need you to please explain it well.
okay.
The chair in the hotel. Please explain it. No,
He said it.
The one about the man having his wife.
Yes.
Okay, you're the one that said the chair, the purpose of the chair.
Please go ahead. Just say it.
Yeah. So we're having that conversation about, different ways people explore. And then we said there's some men that actually like watching their wives get wiped. I've picked up a new word today. Get wiped by other men. And it's true. It's a thing, right? It's not maybe as common. I mean, this is our society in Nigeria. And it's not something people will put out there that this is what they do. But these are some things that people explore and then they say, okay, I want to watch my wife being wiped by somebody else. And that is sexually arousing for them.
But do you think a man who allows that loves his wife?
Very interesting.
Exactly.
I'm not sure that it's about love. I'm not sure that act specifically is about love or not love. It is just something that they enjoy. Because there has to be consent. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The wife has to consent. So it means a man who enjoys that likely would be with a wife who also enjoys being wiped by somebody else. But now they have audience. Because, we also have couples who like to wipe each other and have people watch while they do that. That's why we have things like amateur porn now where people are filming themselves and putting it online. People like that. So for some people, it's sexually exciting
You're a
for
sex
them.
therapist. Have you ever had the situation where, like we said, a man tells you that he likes to watch his people have sex with his wife?
Yes, I mean, that happens. You have that happen, right? But it's not usually a problem when the wife consents. Do you get? So they don't come to me when both of them are on the same page. They don't need to see me if both of them have consented and both of them are okay with it. They just do it. And it's not something people put out there anyway. It's something that people just do because that's something that they enjoy. So they find an arrangement and they do it.
So
What of swinging?
Oh, that's
Is it also a way of people to build sex in their marriage? Because I've heard a lot of things about people say when people want to revive their sex, they do swinging. This one go carry him wife, then go somewhere. Another person go wipe him wife, and go wipe another person.
Yeah. So just to be clear, what we just spoke about, where I said the man wants to watch his wife, it's not necessarily to revive sex, right? You don't have to explore or push the envelope like that to revive your sex life. It's something that can happen between both of you as a couple, right? Where you are, improving your sex life together. You're saying what you want. You're saying what you want to explore. You're saying, who are we sexually? What's my personality? What's yours? What do you like? How do we bring that to the table? How do we enjoy that more? And that can happen, and your sex life is through the roof, and it's amazing for you. But some people, excuse me, want to explore things like swinging because for them that's exciting, right? But it's not like it's not like this is what you must do to improve your sex life, right?
I love what Saida asked you, and I'm gonna ask you again because I hear a lot of these things.
Okay.
Oh, now for us to improve our marriage, we have to do role play, which is okay as long as it's still the both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Or we have to do swinging. I love it when I watch people wipe my wife. Is it still love when they do that?
I don't think it's about love.
So why are you now in the relationship when the love is not there? You're just, what are you doing
what
it
I'm
for?
saying is, I don't think it is about whether or not they love each other. People can love each other and still make a decision to swing.
How? How will allow person they wipe my woman for what? How?
Like what you said,
How?
that the guy would be watching the
Yes, his wife.
get laid by another person in his presence, and that gives him some sort of arousal,
Sexual satisfaction.
So what? That sexual satisfaction for me, I stand to be corrected. Sexual satisfaction for a man is when he comes, Abby. So does it mean that when the man is done with his wife, he now goes in?
Not necessarily. In some cases, he might be, I hope I can, wanking, touching himself while that is happening. So he can still get to come. So that is what excites him, just watching it. But again, back to your question, it's not that people who do this don't love each other. It's not about love or no love. It's about what they are agreeing to explore. We have relationships where people agree to say we have an open marriage.
Yeah.
You see that one? That open marriage thing. Is open marriage love or they are just deceiving themselves? Please, you're a sex therapist. Is open marriage love or is just deception? Or they're looking for a roommate?
Okay, so I think that in our society, the way we look at love and marriage is traditional, right? But things are evolving. The world is evolving. And please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people should do this, people have to do this. But looking at the realities of what is happening today, things are evolving. People can be committed to each other. People can love each other. People can sacrifice for each other, have children together. And at a point, they say, hey, what do you think about opening up our marriage? And let's see different people. And guess what? That happens. And then they come back together and then they talk about what happened with the other person.
Technically, I feel like they're tired.
I've seen situations where they're still having sex together, but they have other partners, and then they come back together and then they talk about the experiences, and they're excited again off of those experiences, and then they have sex again. It's not traditional. And I have to say, I'm not saying I'm advocating for this. I'm just saying this is how things are evolving, even in our society today. It might not be out there for everybody to see. But as a therapist, things you hear, right? And the way things are evolving.
What's the craziest thing you've ever heard as a therapist?
Well, that would be the person who wanted to watch his wife have sex with some other person. Well, again, crazy. I don't say crazy because, again, from where I'm sitting,
fantasy.
I don't judge people, right? I just hear these things and this is what you do.
As a sex therapist, in the range of 1 to 10, how many times has it been sex that is a problem in the marriage?
A lot of times.
In the range of 1 to 10?
7 at the very least.
Wow.
Let me tell you why. There are a lot of things that cause marital problems, of course. But you see that for a lot of couples, sex is a big problem, right? And if you meet couples that their sex is going on fine and ask them, how important is sex to you? They might say, maybe on a scale of percentage, maybe 40% it contributes to the overall health of our marriage. But if you see people that for them sex is a problem, the weighting of sex becomes like 90% because it affects everything else. When there's a sexual problem, it starts to splash into every single aspect of that marriage. And the weighting is so huge that everything it's almost as if everything starts to crumble. And then from there, things start to get worse, starts to splash into other things. So when sex is the problem, it's a very significant issue for a lot. That's why I say 10. Sorry, that's why I say out of 10.
7.
That's why I say 7.
Saida, I'm going to ask you this question. This question is from something that you have said, that the man can pay 20 million in a month. Your own is just, he can do and he can have his way with your own is just to lie down. The question I want to ask is, who enjoys sex more? Because you go hear girl come outside and tell you, he slept with me, so therefore he has to pay me. But I use my prick. I do 360. I do aeroplane no double style. I do prison
After
break.
giving you my body.
After giving you my body. What is the man giving you now, Wood?
The girl says that because money was not involved first. It was sex first.
Are you a prostitute?
No, it's not about prostitute. It's about it's about reality. You understand? If money came first, you understand? The girl, no matter if the guy is good or bad, you enjoy the sex because you know that there's this money within in my account. That's how it goes for every girl. Even if they pretend that that's not it, but that's it. That's it actually.
So who enjoys sex more?
It depends on the person. If the guy is good looking and he has money, that's the plus. If he's not good looking but he has money, I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know.
I swear.
But you know that the thinking in our society is that women are to give.
Yeah.
That women give sex.
No, no.
That's the thinking in our
Yes,
society.
now, if we
That
don't
women
give now,
give
what do you
sex.
give?
Women give. That's the thinking in our society. That's why a lot of women say he used me. When in actual fact, it's both of you that
Used yourself.
used yourselves, right? But the thinking in our society is that women give sex, which is why when a man sleeps with a prostitute, the prostitute can enjoy the sex, but does she pay for it? No. It's the man that pays, right? Because the perception in our society is that women give sex. But in actual fact, it's both of them that enjoy it.
That's why if it's not about money, if it's about sex, then you use the guy to your satisfaction. Tell him what you want, bend his head, like just toy with him so that you know that two of you used yourself. Don't allow him play with you and start saying you use me. If it's about sex, then let's play with ourselves.
I think that is
Humiliate
also,
his life.
I think that is also
Humiliate his life.
Humiliate him, yeah.
On top sex, with something that they enjoy.
Yeah.
How do you humiliate
Is
it?
this in a competition? Saida?
I don't know. I think that is also because of the way that men also make this sex thing look like. Men, when a man sleeps with somebody,
Yeah.
or
Like
two
a conquest.
people, or three people, or somebody is coming in and as she's leaving, another person is coming
And
in.
she's walking out with a bow leg.
His ego.
His ego is up there.
Yeah.
So even if it's two people that enjoy it, one person is making mouth with it.
Because
Yeah.
he delivered his constituency.
One person is making mouth with it. And that's why they can say, women, a woman might be sleeping with 50 guys, but
And she'll keep quiet.
she's not really.
Yeah.
But a guy that is notorious with counting sensors.
Bad
like
boy.
that man waiting for Instagram, we list all the woman when sleep.
Facebook.
Does body count?
No.
Okay. She said no. I think it depends on the people, honestly. It depends on the people. There's some people that are like, I don't even want to know, it's fine. And some people like, you know what, I want to know. Provided I know there's no issue, no surprises in store. Nobody's going to spring out one day and say they slept with you. But for some people, you've had 20 and they're like, what? What's going on here? And they don't want. So I think it depends on the people.
Only a manipulative guy would ask you how many guys have you slept with. Just know that guy wants to manipulate you. The guy wants to use you. He's a narcissist. Is everything. Because what is your business with that?
Let me ask you something. Let's just look at it the other way around. If you meet a guy that has slept with 100 girls, how would you feel?
I don't care. I'm not even going to ask you.
If it comes up.
If it comes up,
Yes.
that's if he brings it up because I'm not going to ask.
Yes, maybe. he
Just
brings
that
it up.
I will not care. I don't care because now you've met me. So it's about you and I right now.
Okay.
And what happens after this. It's not about what happened before.
You're not going
What
to
of
feel
you?
some type of
What
way.
of you?
I will not.
100. A guy has slept with 100 girls.
Oh my. The thing is, right? For me, when I love you, it surpasses all your flaws. No, Nedu, that's the truth.
Yeah.
When I love you, I'm not saying it. I'm not waiting what happen. Nothing will happen now. When I love you, it surpasses everything. First, I don't want to hear that you slept with 100,
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
right? But if you,
Volunteer that information.
I hear it somewhere,
Okay.
I will ask them, what's the time that he slept with the girl? It's not around the time that you are dating me, Abi.
Yeah.
The question
No
I want to
wahala.
ask both of you, and I mean, this is a honest bunch, and I love the fact that both of you are saying it the way it is. A lot of things has happened during relationships, marriage, and people regret some things. I had this topic open on radio the other day, and 95% of the women that called advocated for it. That they didn't do it. If they have to repeat it again, they would do it. Sex before marriage. Do you advocate for sex before marriage? And why? I'm going to start with you.
Me. Okay. Let me see.
No, before I start with you, Saida.
Okay.
No, you said her. Why?
No,
why you like
I mean,
to
sorry.
fire?
What do you
No. So you bring the fire. She's
Fire,
going to
she'll
calm it down.
quench.
Actually, yes. I feel like it's a norm now. Even though it might be a sin, I don't know. According to the Bible, God forgive us, but it's a norm because why? For you to like, if I'm willing to get married to you, it's because I know that you are fun. You are this. You can satisfy me in this way. You're not. I wouldn't have to look outside. You're everything I want. Do you understand? Maybe when we get bored at some point, we can plan what you said and what they call those things.
Swinging.
The role play and everything. Do you understand? I cannot just get married to someone because you're good looking. What if you're not? I'm not a sex
in bed.
person, but at least you need to satisfy me somehow. So we need to try it first before marriage.
Okay.
And money too.
So as he's pressing you, he's
money,
pressing it.
Yes.
Moneka.
Okay. All right. Now, this thing you said, I hear it very often. And when I hear it, my question is always asking them, okay, why is this so for you? And I'm hearing a lot of women say, the sex I'm having in marriage was not the sex I expected to have. It's not the sex that I like, enjoy, or want. So I wish I had done it before. Right? So a lot of them are saying to me, I'm not enjoying sex. Is it possible to enjoy sex? Yes. But the reason they're not enjoying sex sometimes can be a result of where they're coming from, right? And can also be a result of what the man is willing to do, what the man is open to, right? And so they're like, oh, I wish I did it before so I had more experience, before marriage. I'm not an advocate of either, right? I'm not saying go and have sex before marriage or don't go and have sex before marriage. What I'm an advocate for is openness on the path of both partners. Can we be, whether we are having sex before, whether we are not having sex before, can we be sexually open with each other? Can we be sexually like naked, right? Figuratively naked with each other about what we want sex to be? Can I come to you and say that I want something? I'm not going to feel judged by you. Can I trust that when I'm with you, I can express myself without abandon and you can receive that energy back? That is what I advocate for, not whether you want to have it before, whether you don't want to have it before. You know why I say so? Because I've also had people that I know that had it before and then they got married and things changed. I've had people say to me categorically, the best sex I had with my spouse was before we got married. And then they got married and things change. So things will always change. But if you are open with each other, if you've built that foundation of being able to be open with each other, you can communicate, you can be open, you can be free, no judgment with each other, you can do a lot.
Being open with each other also comes with its fears. Because we live in a society where people are quickly judgmental, consciously or unconsciously.
Yes.
You find out that this guy or this girl want to tell the husband to be or whatever that look, this they get judged. So how do you now advise? What is the safest way to have this conversation? Because if you cannot have these conversations to make sure that when you get into it, it's not going to be what is prevalent now. If you cannot have it, then Nambi say it's going to keep getting worse, and we're going to keep having constantly married women sleeping with single boys and married men. Because everybody,
these conversations are not even happening before people get married.
They're not. So what is
People
the most
just
comfortable way? Because I'm sorry to say, there are places in this Lagos on the mainland, on the island, that is notorious for being that the married women are, yo, brah. That area, then go tell you, say, the married women, then they wire fire. We don't do it for, I don't handle it for radio now. Then go call me, organic, no near cut out, no near go palace way, no near this one, no near this one, no near first taco. You hear, I'm not saying that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I was told. You understand? I have to put that out there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I was told on radio. So how do we now correct this thing? Because if we not do them now, it's gonna get worse. There are people that are going to get married. Like Saida can stand up tomorrow now, want to see one fine guy,
rich guy,
rich guy,
Yes, please, you must.
and wants to talk.
That press in the evening.
That press in the
After I
evening.
collect number in the morning.
And the guy might ask, and the guy might not ask. So for her to save that thing, make it not happen tomorrow, guy, may we sit down? I know you're uncomfortable having this conversation. What is going to be the question? Is it that let us discuss our sex life? This is what I like. I like my ear to be licked. I like my ear to be bite. I like you to do me dog burglary proof style, ceiling fan style, aeroplane, no double. Slap me, I slap you.
I think if you
Prof.
see what I think is, if you consider it very important, then have that conversation. Truth is, if you see a sexually satisfied woman,
You go know.
She happy.
or a man who is getting
Yeah.
it and feels very confident in
Yeah.
himself,
Yeah.
you go know. So if it is very
take on
important
the
and you
world.
people can invest your time, it's important that you settle down and
Make
have
it
that
worth it.
conversation.
And
Yeah,
the truth
it's
is, some people are frustrated. Some people are frustrated because they're not getting good sex. Baba, you don't wipe woman. Yeah. Put the tools down. When you wipe her, she go wake up in the morning, begin to talk things will not make sense.
She go to shower you praises.
She go to say, Easy Milli Global. They hate you. You understand? Tell you, baby, can I iron your face mask? Baby, can I fry akamu for you? Can I
But if you tell a
according
man
to
that,
Ezinne says she don't repair. Hey, she don't fix hotel bed before.
She don't wake up, they make bed.
yes, he said that.
She don't dey make hotel
Woke
bed.
up feeling like a housewife.
You understand? She don't make
Why you
hotel
putting
bed.
me out there?
She don't. They don't give Ezinne well. She stand up.
with you?
The guy they shower. Ezinne go they make bed for hotel.
Even the person they do room service fee open up and say, madam, what's going on? My brother, you don't understand though. If you know go,
If you
know.
don't go, you don't know.
My mom is watching this.
How
podcast.
important is sex to you?
me? Okay, before I answer your question, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I feel like no matter how good a man is sex-wise, you can tell him, but don't praise him too much. Because he's going to feel like he don't hold you for work. And that's when he start misbehaving. Just act like it's normal. Okay, sex was good, yeah, but don't emphasize on it that it's good. He was doing this. No, I don't do that because to make their head swell. So, what was the question?
You know that
Can you translate?
some men do well with praises.
Yeah.
You wanted to say
I
something?
was
Maybe
going to-
Igbo men.
No.
No. That's not even
No,
a
Sometimes it's
It's
not
called-
even. Sometimes it's not even of your own volition. You are going to confess it without your senses.
Your actions. You cannot help
Now what
yourself.
for
And
you?
that thing encourages him to do better.
no
He'll do better
matter
for other
how
ways.
good you are, I will just wake up in the morning and just say something.
My brother, person like Portable never hold you.
Portable.
When they hold you like this, now you gonna shout, I'm a lot of me.
That guy-
I'm a lot of me.
That guy looks like
possible.
someone that will have, I don't know.
It's
like-
it's possible that you would experience something that you have never envisaged in your life.
I don't think I can
had a-
handle anything.
I had a conversation with somebody who, from the way when the person take talk, you go know saying a person when they very experienced. He don't see things, he don't do things.
Yeah.
But one life-changing experience, the
Hallelujah.
person knows say things they happen. Like for example, some ladies do not know that there are certain things that they are capable of, that their body is capable
Squirting.
of. For example,
I was coming to
squirting.
that
The day
conversation.
they experience this, it's a turnaround moment in their life. And having gone through a certain phase in your life where you have seen it all
Yeah.
and you did not experience this, and you now get to the apogee
with somebody.
with somebody else, my sister, you go testify.
You
go testify.
Now it's
Squirting is even going far. Some women have never even had orgasms in their lives.
Yes,
What?
I was going to come to that question. There are two questions. Now, the one when they be say talking about squirting, Saida, you never meet person. You're a Christian or Muslim.
I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian.
But it doesn't matter. Any religion.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I get it. You never meet person where go wipe you finish in the morning. It is you that will do morning prayer.
Trust me.
You go,
no matter
hold
how
on. Saida, hold on.
Saida, no matter how good you
Saida,
are,
hold
trust
on.
me.
You go wake up, hold the person hand. Now you go begin to sing Remeka.
There are girls. See, there are girls that have pride. Trust
is
me.
Is squirting or peace?
It's squirting. It's squirting.
What is squirting?
So actually, there's
Where does the water come from?
okay. So there's what we call the skin's gland, right? And the skin's gland is very close to the urethra, where pee comes out from, right? The skin's gland, when it's stimulated, that is when that fluid comes out. Sometimes called female ejaculate. So that's when that fluid comes out. But one of the things is this: people always confuse: is it pee? Is it squirting? And so I usually tell people, look, go and just to be sure, empty your bladder first before having sex. Empty your bladder first before having sex. And if you squirt, then you know what it is. Do you understand? But squirting is not pee. It is something that happens to a lot of women.
Now, later in life.
Sorry, can I say something just before you say that? Now, the expectation, and because of a lot of things that we see in the media, you're watching porn and the woman starts to squirt like a fountain. That is not what squirting looks like for everybody. Yes, it doesn't have to be like, because sometimes even in porn, it can be pee. Because porn is not going to sell you small squirts. What is the value in that? Do you understand? So they're going to magnify it, and it can be pee. But in real life experiences, sometimes squirt can come out, like that, small squirts, or it can be sometimes more. But sometimes you can even squirt, and there's no exactly, and it just feels significantly wetter in your body. So some women who think they're not squirting are even squirting without knowing it.
Oh, this squirt can squirt without knowing it.
Very, very possible.
Understand your body.
Very, very
Have
possible.
the conversation.
Because the expectation is that it has to look a set. It's just like when we are talking about orgasms. People think that orgasms must be ooh, but there's some orgasms that are quiet, but it's still an orgasm. Do you get what I'm saying?
Orgasm is never quiet if it's orgasm.
No, body different.
Depends on body type.
Body different. You need to. And now, why, like she said, some people, their first experience about learning is through porn. And so they see all this unrealistic.
And that's the expectation.
Oh, stepdad. You know, say the caption now. The caption. Stepdad. No, wait. I'm a student of research. I'm just saying, you go see stepdad returns late from work, or stepsister skips classes and ends up punished back. So you go see all these things, say, even the room when they say sound man they there, cameraman they there, director they there.
You know, there was one movie that I watched. It was like a documentary of a porn star, and then on film the girl was going and then at some point she signaled them to stop, and then when they stopped, that girl was, what's wrong? And she was like, he's too rough, he's painful, I don't like it. She was actually crying, and then the guy was wiping her face. Oh, sorry baby, sorry my love, go back on camera and give me that noise, give me that sound. She went back on camera and she continued. Are we seeing the back end?
No.
The only reason I saw that was because it was a research, it was a documentary that I was watching. So they were showing some parts of the back end. But what we are seeing, what people are seeing as consumers is the sound effects, the finished work, not the cut and join and everything, but they're just seeing everything at a stretch.
There are two questions I want to ask. One, the first question is, the same place that peace come out from is not the same, Kuntus is different.
Yeah.
Now, is it the same place? The same place? Why are you laughing? The same place that peace is coming out from.
Yeah.
Is it the same place that the squatting came out from?
Yes. It's the same
Then it's
place.
peace now.
No, it comes out through the same place, but originates in a different
Does
place.
it smell like peace?
No.
So if water is coming out from my machine gun now, it's peace now. If I do
You know that you can pee from your penis and you ejaculate from your penis. Same place.
Of course, now where am I going to ejaculate from my ear?
But it's the same place. But it's not the same thing.
Your spermatozoa and your urine are two different things.
You know that?
But it's the same passage.
I've met some guys like had discussion with some guys.
I had the second question. I don't forget.
Sorry, I've had discussion with some guys to come back. That's what you always tell me.
Go ahead.
I've had discussion with some guys, and they are like, "I beg, nobody should come and stay in my bed sheet. Which one? Which one is squirt? It's not everybody that likes it.
Yeah.
Almost every guy. The question I want to
almost
ask.
every guy likes
Yes. The question I want to ask. It
No,
makes
some people.
some people don't like it.
Amo because they think it is urine.
Yes, some people they feel you can't stay my some girls they use that thing catch some guys for walk say make I peace for them. If once I peace for them, mean go inside it's quite. Go yeah, guys say oh na bomb pieces water board.
I've heard a girl say one time say drink plenty Gouda. Like plenty Gouda. Then when you are having sex you pee. Then that squirts. Some girls fake it. Some girls actually fake it.
I was coming back to that faking.
Yeah.
Now, there are two questions. That faking is part of the second question. Then the first, the faking is, how do you know when a girl is faking coming or moaning? That's one. Then the second one is, do girls get aroused by porn the same way men get aroused by porn?
The short answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the short answer is yes. So just as men are visual creatures, we also are visual creatures.
We're
So we
human
can
beings.
watch and be stimulated by that. So yes, you actually have a lot of women who watch porn and masturbate.
Back to the first question.
How does the man know when she's
Fake?
faking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so when a woman has an orgasm, right? So remember the pelvic floor muscles we spoke about inside the vagina. One of the things that happens is contraction, right? You see, but if the woman's vagina is not the PC muscles are not well toned, you might not be able to feel those contractions, but sometimes you can feel it, and that's how you would know. So that's like a reliable indicator. Do you understand?
Okay.
But aside that, you may not necessarily be able to tell.
Why are you so concerned?
Interesting.
So when you are inside and she's coming, no, I'm coming.
There's
That thing
genital
has to
contraction. Yes, there's a
it has to
genital
hold your machine down.
contraction. Yeah,
Okay,
so it's like a pulsing.
But I feel like people that master the art of holding it can still hold it and do their eyes like and
So
you
that's
feel
what I'm
like
saying.
you've
That's
done
a
well.
reliable way to find out. But if you can't, so even aside mastering it, if a woman's, again, those PC muscles are not strong enough, you can be inside, but you may not feel the genital contraction. So even you can't tell.
Because you don't get one video where I see the guy there on top of the woman. The guy they do this, and the guy tell the guy, I've started. And the guy say, oh sorry.
So see, there's this conversation about libido.
Sorry, before we even go away from there, what I usually would say is, if a woman is faking, the only thing that she's doing is teaching the man how not to please her.
Please her.
Do you get? Because if he's doing something and you are lying, he thinks he's doing the right thing, and he will keep doing it because you are telling him that he's doing it right, but he's not. So how can he learn to please you if you are faking?
Yeah.
He don't get one girl that time, that time when I see day for the world. My brother, that girl, God will bless that girl. I swear, God will bless her for me. She didn't say she do me bad, but she actually did me good. But that year, she come, I'm in your as with my brother, I never do 2 minutes. Now so I do
American pie.
Now so everywhere I do I saw the girl look me. Hey, now I can't begin to explain. I was tired. It's stress.
My mind is not here.
As I tell the girl say it's stress, the girl say I've heard. I say also because you are too sweet. That's why, my brother. That was the last time I ever saw that girl, and I like that girl that time. Every other girl go to disturb me, I not send. I can't beg the girl say me she come say so that you waste my time. Please, my brother. Since after that girl, now I tell myself say Mba.
You went back
This means war.
and went to beast mode.
I went to beast mode. Now that time I can't know say if you get exercise where you go do when you be saying when you enter. Who are that mountain before Zerubbabel? It shall be made plain. Hallelujah, somebody. So I thank that girl. Now when you know that girl, oh God.
Okay, so I believe that for people watching the conversation, watching us have this conversation, if you have followed us diligently to this point, it gets things when you go don't learn. No matter how you take reason am. And the truth be say, sex, they very, very key
Yes.
They're very, very important. Although we live for society where we say some of these conversations we don't want get up because you feel so other people go judge you. But the truth be say, if you're involved with somebody and you're going to spend your time, put your energy into doing something, ensure that anything that is worth doing at all is worth doing well. I want to talk about
before you talk about that thing. There's something I asked that the husband that she did not say. So I learned today that chair in hotel because if you enter some hotel, you gotta then go take face the chair. I could they call the chair.
I don't forget when I been they read the thing, I don't forget, but the chair they strategically positioned to view the bed.
Yes.
To view the bed. And then talk say, traditionally,
yes,
say na cock holds. People when go carry their wives come. Or bring their wife come, their wife could lay with another person and the person go watch to enjoy the view.
So that's those chairs you see in hotel when you go to hotels and you see the chair facing the bed. The truth is, originally, now waiting that chair day for.
What I know is easy to eat.
Exactly.
Who would have thunk? Or think?
We dey use them chop. That's
For eating.
That's what I mean. That's what the research showed me. I want to talk about, libido. Some people, I think it was a tweet that went viral a couple of weeks ago where the guy was saying that, women who are 30 plus, what the unfortunate thing that can happen to a man is to meet a woman who is 30 plus, who is not in any way emotionally attached or there's no emotional attachment to you, but she just needs you for sexual satisfaction. That's when even you as a man that you take pride in at the scatter, you go no say you're not rich. So I was going to ask for age, does it get to the point where for certain women or maybe certain men, this thing becomes like it becomes even more desirable. Yes. And, they want it more often and can go on and on.
Yeah. One thing that you said that I like, you said setting.
Setting, yes.
Because you find that when people have these conversations, it's almost generalized.
Yeah.
But it's not true for everybody.
Yeah.
There are people that as they grow older, their libidos are also increasing. And for some people, maybe it peaked in their 20s and that was it. Right? But it's not even just about biology alone. You understand? There are people that maybe as they grow older, they start to learn more about sex. They start to say, okay, what do I even want? What is all these years I've not even thought about? So what do I want? And then as that interest starts to peak, their desire starts to increase. Do you get?
Yes.
So there are so many factors, but all of these things are not generalized. I've seen people that women in their 40s, their libido goes so high that they're like, oh my God, I can't even control myself. And then I've seen women also in their 40s be at that point and be like, oh, I'm not even bothered. It's not even on my mind anymore. And then I've seen women in their 60s come to me, yes, come to me and say, I want to enjoy this sex thing.
Yeah.
In their 60s?
Yes.
Hey, wait.
What did they find at 60?
Hey, God. I have seen.
So what the advice do you give to
70s.
them?
Why shouldn't they enjoy it? They've reached menopause. Do you know, honestly, I feel like menopause is God's way of telling women, my daughter, just keep wiping. Don't worry about pregnancy. Just keep wiping. Just keep enjoying yourself. So why shouldn't they?
Sorry, I thought that when a woman gets to menopause,
She will not.
Yeah,
doesn't
the
get that
hormones
wet.
and all of that.
she doesn't get that wet.
Yeah.
And it don't really.
Yeah. So there is that, right? That can happen. But one thing I've also found, see, your mind is your greatest sex organ, right?
Your mind
is your greatest sex organ. I found this and I find this a lot with my clients. The woman who is interested in sex will find a way. The woman who is interested in sex will be open to different things. The woman who is not interested will shut down mentally. And she'll say, okay, this is it. And it's gone. But you find that those that are interested are like, okay, what can we do? How can we explore more? How can we do certain things? How can we do that? Maybe a lubricant, blah, blah, blah. And then after a while, menopause is a period, right? And yes, you no longer get your menstrual cycle, but that transition is for a period. It doesn't mean that your body will be in that state forever. Do you understand? That's a period of that transition, but your life continues afterwards. If you shut it down mentally, then it's gone. I mean, it's taking a nosedive. But I see lots of women in their 50s, in their 60s.
They get wet.
And yes. You know, I said this before. When a woman is not wet, she doesn't really enjoy the experience, just as the man doesn't really enjoy the experience. These women are getting wet, they're lubricating fine, and they're enjoying the experiences. I'm talking women in their 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Still coming to tell me that, show me how to do blowjobs.
Wow.
Hey, I mean, it doesn't end.
I love it.
It only ends when you say it ends.
If you do blowjob, to go fall along.
No,
my
there's still
son, sorry.
Peter, that is.
But still, your son,
Hold
it could be with their husbands. It could be with their husbands.
Wait, if they do finish, according to MC Monica, my son.
It's not the way you are
bury her
thinking.
tomorrow.
See, let me tell you something. Just go to Reddit. There are some subs in Reddit, 60 and sexy, something like that. Just be checking them out. You will know that people at that age, they are hot, sexy, wanting sex, desiring sex. Many of them. Do you get? So just like you said, for some people, it goes down. So for some people, it picks. And what I found is where you are mentally. If you are in that space where you are thinking, this is for me, we're going to enjoy it. So me, as I'm like this, I'm looking forward to menopause. Because I won't be bothering about contraception, and I'm ready to go and keep firing.
It's not that scary after all.
Exactly. But for some people, it's different.
For this libido thingy, when a man is with a woman or a woman is with a man that has higher sex drive than them, how do they handle it?
That's a bit of a concern either way, whether it's the man that has a higher or...
Yes, hence.
That is what we call desire discrepancy. So there's no straightforward way, actually. Because a lot of things come into the mix. It's not as straightforward as saying, okay, you want sex 3 times a week. Okay, can you accommodate it? It's not enough. Because what you're asking the other person to do is have sex simply because this person wants it. And it's not sustainable.
Okay, the next question I want to ask is, this one is for the men.
Okay.
It said averagely a man should have sex 21 times a month
God.
To
avoid prostrate. Please, can you elucidate? Can you
First, is this a myth?
Is
or
this
is
a
it
myth
true?
or is it true?
There's been research that has backed it up and then there's been research that has refuted it. But I want to point out to say it is not the having sex 21 times a month. What they are saying is the man should ejaculate 21 times. However that happens. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, so you can
it does not mean it has to be. Because you know why I'm saying this? Because you are getting a lot of people come and say, hey, they say we should have sex 21 times a month. So you must be giving me 21 times a month. And they're putting the spouses under pressure.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that. What if she gives you a hand job? What if she gives you a blow job and you come from that? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So let's even assume that it's true, even though there's been research that has refuted that, and there's been research that has backed that up. So let's even, for the sake of, let's just even assume that it's true. It's not necessarily sex. Intercourse is not the only way to have sex. There are other ways. She puts this thing inside her boobs. And
if there are those we get boobs now, what of those we get to lay, Maggie?
There are other ways, using her hands, using her mouth. There's this thing where you can even put it in between the laps. So you get what I'm saying, right? There's so many ways that even aside doing soapy on your own, right? There's so many ways that couples can do these things together.
What are the ways?
And I've just said
okay,
them.
laps, breast, mouth, hand job.
Yeah. Using the thighs for some people, and of course, if intercourse is also, is also always an option. But I'm saying there are other varied ways to do these things, right? So, if we assume that it is true, it's not just intercourse, it's not just penetration.
So, which means a man can actually help himself.
Yes.
If he's not married, why not?
So that's not an excuse to cheat. Because I know that's why that thing came up.
Thank you.
On that bombshell of a note, I think that, if you follow this conversation with an open mind, you must have learned a thing or two. Truth is, whether you admit it or not, these adult conversations are necessary to be had. And, you should have these conversations with your partner. If you are in a healthy relationship,
Yeah.
have these conversations because it helps you to build trust, understand each other, and satisfy yourselves. Why invest your energy into something that in the end, it will give you headache? So do the thing well.
And for our people waiting for UK where they work all the time, create time.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I saw a video of a woman saying that if she had known, she wouldn't have relocated. That she doesn't even get to spend time with her husband because of this shift and that shift.
Yeah.
So every time you get the opportunity, enjoy it, do it well. Because there are some people who are praying for what you have.
And you know one thing I find interesting, just to say, there's some people that also think that the longer the time in between sex, the sweeter it is.
What
Have
you
you
mean?
heard that? Where if we wait long to have sex, when we eventually have it, to be sweeter.
goes-
Anticipation.
Or maybe after a
Yes,
breakup.
build anticipation. Yeah, stuff
Or when
like
you break
that
up and you
too.
come back together. That one is always
Breakup
crazy.
sex.
Yeah,
Makeup
breakup
sex.
sex.
And breakup sex, or wait for a long time, and then when we now have it, to now be very sweet. But you know, one of the things that people don't realize is when you are having that type of sex, what you are doing is having what I call maintenance sex, just sex that is servicing yourselves.
Yeah.
But there's no room for exploration. Is it sex that you're having once in 3 weeks or once in 2 weeks that you start exploring each other, that you start playing, that you start exploring different things to try? It's just like, that's why people will say, we're eating the same thing all the time. So you're having that much time in between sex because you're thinking, oh, that build up will be really good. But what is eventually happening is you're having the same type of sex every time. And if it doesn't satisfy the other person, then it's a problem too. So there are so many dimensions to this whole sex, marriage, couples things.
What are the things that you want to say that we didn't talk about?
Yeah. I think for me, I just want to say to married couples especially, there has to be a lot of openness. There's no shame in discussing sex together. There's no shame in, if you can get naked together, then you should be able to have these conversations.
And some they even shame for their body by themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Right? If you can have the sex, whether it's under lights off and whatever, you can talk about it. There are ways that you can start to talk about making things better for each other. If you are in this marriage and you want to do forever together, I do not think that it's fair for you to sentence each other to a life of mediocre sex. Things can change, things can improve if both of you can commit to it and be very open with each other.
Yeah.
Olawunmi Esan, thank you very much. Saida Bodge, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sign that budge with the money.
With the press.
With the press.
Our viewers, thank you so much for your patience and for enjoying this episode.
Yeah.
We hope that you can put it to good use.
Yeah.
And maybe in the comment section, you tell us from the lessons that you have learned
Yeah.
how it would help and improve you in your performance. God bless you. Thank you
you.
so much.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you.